now, and there it is, baby. Leshrak first pick. Kyle, you have to be happy about this. You just said you love this hero.
Finally.
And it's, if you didn't know, if Infamous, I'm gonna break it down. I know we're only on the second day.
How do we know?
If Infamous 2,
Yes.
oh yeah, I mean that's a great opening, right? We've seen this lane, but if Infamous 2-0s Fnatic somehow, they're gonna be in the upper bracket. Obviously,
Wait.
there's still 2 more days. They're at 2 points. Fnatic's only at 3. You get this win, you're at 4. They're at 3. You replace them.
Here, you want to pull up the standings, PSJ, so we can check out.
Where do I see these standings? Because
Actually, you're right.
every time I try to load a...
It's a complicated
Here,
request.
I've got you, my friend. We've got him
Okay.
up right here in Group B, which we're currently watching. OG and Vici Gaming tied at the top with 7 points, meaning that they went 6-1. Navi, third place. They have 1 win and 3 ties with 5 points. And then, guess what? EG is tied for upper bracket already somehow with 3 points.
But one more match in comparison to
That is
Fnatic.
true.
They did lose 0-2.
So if Fnatic wins this, and then that means that's a 4-5. So the others, Virtus Pro is currently at 3 points as well. Infamous is at 2 points. NIP and RNG at the very bottom of the group with 1 point each.
Okay.
So, Infamous gets a win here. You separate yourself from the more bottom teams. You get 2 wins here. All of a sudden, you're feeling yourself. And we've seen these cores on Infamous Gaming, right, have shown to stand out a bit with Hector and Chris Luck.
I mean, straight up, we were talking about it earlier off camera. If
Yeah.
you get 18th or, you get eliminated in group stage, you're making 80K. If you make 16th, you get past group stage, you're making 480K.
It's a pretty
minimum.
big jump.
It's a pretty big deal to just secure not being
also,
last.
Last.
Yeah.
The worst team in a group of 9. That is a...
Doesn't feel
I think
good.
I'd rather not win the qualifier. I'd rather not make it than finish last at TI.
And a lot of people be like, no, you want the money. But you talk to a lot of people. I know at the summit, you talk to Universe, and he's like, I don't just want to put together a team that just gets last at TI. I want to always have a chance of winning it. Players want to win. Money's good, but you don't feel good getting last.
That's what I love about Dota 2. And, I'm not going to flame other games, but
bad. They're bad.
At the end of the
I
day,
got it.
in a lot of other games, there's obviously a lot of emphasis on winning, but everybody's good, Pretty much anybody on a top 20, 25 team is getting crazy salary. The prize pools are low, but everybody's, comfortable. And you can make arguments for which you'd prefer, but in Dota, the incentive is to win. It is to be the best. It is to come to TI, and it is to win. That's where the money is. That's where the prestige is, and that's why we play Dota. And it's pure. There's no, we don't care about salaries.
There's a lot of positives and negatives to both
We don't care about
systems.
sponsors,
But the
please.
fact is, in reality, the system currently for Dota creates the best spectator esport, in my opinion.
This is a world championship with no ads.
Yeah.
Not a single one.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
No one's publicizing their Instagram or
They do have to watch
saying
us
to go
between
to
games,
Banana
though.
Slam and Jamma
Yeah.
stream. What?
Yeah, what? Whose stream? I don't know what you're talking about.
Guy's great, but, you talked about these first picks going to be pretty obvious, and I can't believe you let Enchantress through against Infamous. Infamous, I think Whisper is one of the few who is actually playing it a lot earlier than a lot of these teams, but guess what? You got an Ogre Mirana for yourself, and you already have a lane that actually could kill Enchantress at these level 1, 2, and 3 if they match up.
And
Why did they ban Medusa?
And not, well, I think it's because they're looking at
They
a
have an
Void.
Ogre.
This is the sickest Void 4th pick for Infamous that I've seen in this tournament. It
For
is
Infamous?
so good here. They have a Lesh Enchantress already, excellent damage within Chrono, and Void owns Gyro.
And Mirana.
Super hard. And super duper hard.
And, I mean, you never want to go against an Ogre Medusa, right? I think Fnatic's played it twice now, so let's get rid of that.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. The Kunkka confused me a bit. But maybe that's just a Fnatic staple, too. We'll see. What is the steroid carry for Ogre? They do have absolute last pick. Usually they put Abed on that last pick hero.
Yes.
Oh,
He is
almost
your...
always.
I love Abed, but he is not one of those mid players who's going to get his hero first, dude.
Yeah.
He's a 22 pick player. But
He's a Meepo. He's an Invoker. He wants the options around him.
The teams need that, though.
Ooh.
Your team needs to have that. This is a... is it Schofield?
Schofield,
Yes. I was
Schofield, he was an absolute beast during the I casted the South American qualifiers, and this tiny, it was very, very impressive.
Infamous was significantly better than the rest of the teams in the
Easily.
qualifier. I believe they 3-0'd the finals,
They
and it
did.
did
They
not
did.
look tough.
Yeah.
they're good. I mean, the core players, even Whisper, right? This is their offlaner. He was playing silencers before other people were. This guy, he's kind of, I wouldn't say an innovator, but he definitely plays a lot of different heroes. We saw him playing Tusk earlier off lane.
He is 16 years old as well, unless he turned 17 the last month.
Who is Whisper?
She might have.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he's a beast. I mean, he went to. Did he go to the major? I forgot the Dream League one, or was he off the team by then?
He was in
that
the
when he
minor.
got replaced? He was at the minor. Okay.
They went to the minor with Team Envergeza?
No, I don't think he might have. Whisper actually has been on a few teams, but
Was that not
this
him?
is the big one.
I could have sworn he was on the Cat Burger team or whatever.
It might have been very. I mean, that was a little bit ago.
Yeah. Okay, so Fnatic, they're gonna probably pick Jabs as hero here, I assume. We saw Pudge earlier for Jabs.
So you're sure this isn't a carry gyro? Is it just not a thing?
I mean, for whatever reason, I was thinking that's a mid gyro, and then I'm like, wait a minute, Abed's hero is still last. So yeah, you're right. It is a carry gyro. So they're gonna have a ton of stuns, a ton of magic damage, but they have a serious BKB problem on Fnatic. Like if you get a BKB on Infamous, they do ban out the lifesteal already. Like you said, it's a really good Void game. Do you consider Jug simply because?
I don't like Jug here.
Okay.
You need a stun. I want a hero in my safe lane when I have Ench Lesh that can like play in front of these heroes and make things happen.
Okay.
Jug will just be ran away from.
There's a stun.
This works for me, and it is also an Infamous special.
It is the Hector classic, the casual belt of strength inventor himself.
The Phase Midas.
We better see it. Yeah,
Belt of Strength Radiance.
We better see it, Hector.
I love it against Gyro too. This is another hard counter to the hero.
Sand King's kind of annoying though, because he's such a convenient way of killing your skeletons.
True.
But I don't mind it. Like I think he should have a really free farm game for the most part. And Gyro, like you said, kind of does match up pretty poorly against heroes like Wraith King, these beefy frontliners that can kind of just get on top of you and remove you from the fight. Might consider buying a Blade Mail at some point on Wraith King, just so good against Gyro. But if you go for the Phase Midas Radiance, by that time he kind of has a BKB. So
I'm noticing, is Infamous last picking a 5, or are we looking at a Leshrac 5?
I think it's.
I mean, you don't have overall last pick, so maybe you're fine with the Leshrac just going middle and you last pick a 5? I don't know, because I'm pretty sure Whisper's playing this Ench and Schofield's playing the Tiny.
I mean, that's one of the reasons I like Lesh so much, is that it does seem counterintuitive to last pick a 5, but in reality, it's like you're thinking, okay, do we want Lesh here as our mid? And truthfully, even looking at the Fnatic lineup, I would potentially last pick my Lesh here just because it's so strong.
Yeah.
So just because I already have it doesn't mean I'm going to feel bad that I have to now take a 5.
yeah, they didn't pick like some Nyx hero that makes it really hard to play your hero. They have good setups for it. It should naturally be able to rotate to lanes, high pressure from the Enchantress.
This would be a really cool Warlock game. Very similar to the LGD lineup that I liked so much. You just have this like Warlock that creates spread damage for your Wraith King, and in synergy with Leshrac, I love it.
Let's see.
I like AA too.
Yeah, I love AA against Gyro. Always have.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
You got a lot of
to
kill
get Wraith King.
combos, too. They got a minute left. See how long they want to take here. They do get to decide the ban into the pick. And they got to think. You got to think, tell me which of the cheese heroes look good. Or do Husker or Meepo look good here for
I was gonna say
Fnatic?
Meepo seems kind of scary.
That's what I was thinking. Do what? Okay.
Okay. I'm I feel like
Are you Meepoing?
based on my understanding of Dota, like in terms of Meepo, I don't understand him that well, but I feel like this is a pretty damn good Meepo game.
It's a very good Meepo game.
Are they busting it out? Let's see.
Yeah, it's like annoying in a sense. Again, like in theory, you think about it, Leshrac has a ton of AoE. He's good against Meepo, but the Meepo split the Edict. They have bonus magic resist, and unfortunately, the Leshrac damage is just too slow. Heroes like Sven, Wyvern, they have burst AoE.
Yeah.
Lesh not quite the same.
I don't think Meepo has bonus magic resistance anymore. I'm not sure, honestly.
You want to check for me?
I can check.
Because they might have removed it. I feel like that's one of those things. Because I've never played Meepo, and
Never?
Yeah,
Not
he
even
has,
one
he has
random
the
game?
standard 25% now. I wasn't sure. It was either.
yeah, it used to be 35.
Yeah. Either way, though, like you have the sustain now, so a lot of AOE over time damage is just not very potent against Meepo because he's like hitting you with all of his Meepos.
Who is it? Invoker.
Oh,
So the
okay.
other one, the Abed Invoker, known pretty much by everyone. He has been around for a bit, and
Very annoying for heroes like Wraith King who want to walk around in fights. Invoker is definitely the most annoying hero to play heroes that like to walk around.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! They're switching it up. Chris Luck Tiny. That's a
All right.
middle Tiny.
Okay,
Support Ench? Oh, goodness, I hope not.
Is
what's happening here?
I think it's support Wind Ranger, right? I love core Enchantress. So is Tiny that much better against Invoker than Wind Ranger, where this is like what
Dude.
you need to do? Or were they planning to do this the whole time? I'm not sure. It's
I
interesting.
legitimately.
And it's Stinger.
It's
a 5-inch.
5-position inch.
Ooh, I don't even like when No Tail and stuff plays it. I don't like
This
it.
is a 5-position ogre.
What do you think, Kyle?
Sorry,
What's
but
going on?
quick sidebar. The
Yes.
gyro set reminds me of battleships on the original client, right? You remember that game?
Yes. Traders off, of course, only.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
That was so much fun.
It
I don't
was.
know why it was fun, but it was so much fun.
Dota with boats, pretty much. That's what it kind of felt like
Yeah.
a little. And wow, we've got, so it is going to be the Whisper Leshrac. It is a core Leshrac, which that's the thing. Enchantress and Lesh, I always just like more when they're core, but you got to give one and got to take one here. Schofield on the 4, Wind Ranger. This changes up a lot.
Yep.
I'm trying to think what these lanes are going to be like now.
I have no idea, and I'm concerned about support Ench. It's this traditional floater hero that, like, okay, it can be core. Oh, if you counter it, it's a support. The problem is Ench is one of those heroes where by making it in games, it's hard to play core Ench, aka lots of stuns, lots of bursts, lots of magic damage. It's even hard to play support because you're like 600 HP, and you just die.
You die
just
very quickly.
Yeah, this
Especially
is a little strange to me personally.
Ogre hits you with one stun, you're probably dead this game every single time on this Ench.
And Ogre is also an offlaner that, like, what 5 position just right clicks you, right? So, and
Let's
he
see.
has
What's
a
Chris-
bajillion health regen, 8 armor. What were you saying?
I was just seeing. I was hoping it was going to show how many games Chris Luck has on Tiny, but didn't give it to us. And let's see. Be the South Americans on Infamous versus the Southeast Asians over in Fnatic, and we got a tip already coming out. All right, so after all this, we're letting it settle down right now. Who are you favoring now in this game?
I think I gotta lean Fnatic, but I'm hoping Infamous just perform. They've been on fire this tournament.
Especially today. It
Yeah.
just feels good to have one good day sometimes.
Like, they took a game off of Vici. They took the
They
only game off of Vici. Yeah.
It looked like they should have, honestly, 2-0 Navi as well,
Yeah.
but they lost a Mega Creep into Throne game, so...
This is kind of like an OGS draft on Infamous in terms of, like, a lot of the heroes are kind of be playing in different roles than they're usually playing, and it's a little of, like, that unpredictability factor where you're like, I'm not 100% sure how these heroes, how they operate in as a unit with these different roles in this specific game. So, like, that unknown factor to me, unpredictability is a little bit, like, I like that in a team like Infamous. I think that's a lot about the SA region, the way they play. And so I personally favor the Fnatic draft, but I have very much faith in the fact that Infamous can kind of run this untraditional lineup.
Schofield is going to eat a decent amount of damage. Went power shot first. So many right clicks over and over. I don't know about trading here.
Is that worth it for the power shot first? I feel like the
Yeah,
Win
now.
run?
Win
I
run
mean, you
is
just get...
just so good.
It's Bloodlust first, so you can't just stun.
I meant the support ogre. I keep
Yeah.
talking about it as an offlane. I thought it was going to be played against the Enchantress support, like as a matchup, but I guess they're okay if they
Can't
want.
do that.
Really?
Yeah, because he just takes it off.
Oh yeah, he does just purge the. I didn't even think about that part of the matchup.
I'm
Okay.
not surprised.
Okay.
Don't worry, buddy. That's why we were 3.
Uh-oh. I think Fnatic forgot. They've been changing... Have you noticed they've been changing the logos to taunt the enemy team, but they still have the NIP logo from earlier.
Come on, DJ,
Come on.
step it
Yeah.
up.
Got to get your flame game on point. So will be this Enchantress position 5 support going to be paired up here with Hector on the Wraith King. Look at this, Dirty doing a ton of damage against Ice Ice Ice. He does have stun first. He might have to use it to get out. That is a lot of damage being done. Man, it's going to be scary. They are pushing the lane in. Denies are going to come out, and that does mean middle. We should pay attention. Abed versus Chris Luck. Tiny versus Invoker, and right now it's 1-3 versus 1-2, so pretty even. A lot of burst damage. He is going Exort, by the way.
Oh, only the 1 point, though.
Okay.
No matter what, I think people are always getting that 1 point Exort just for the laning phase early on.
Yeah.
Because didn't they nerf his base damage? Or no, it was the other way around.
Yeah, they actually buffed it so you have more without the Exort, but
Okay, yeah.
either way, like, if you I think you only go that 1 point if you're gonna go max XOR, right? Or am I wrong?
I've seen it into Quaswex anyway. I
Okay.
just we'll
Yeah.
see, but it looks like it'll just be.
It's
the
always
standard
nice, right, to have
QE.
Sunstrike
You have
for the
Sand
range.
King Mirana. I feel like it's very nice to
Yeah.
have like a very easy Sunstrike setup.
I agree.
And isn't it usually pretty nice just to get the range creep as well in your lane? Use it a lot. Oh, Ice is right clicking back. Stinger is level 2. He doesn't mind just trading right now. Both of them getting right click pretty hard. There's going to be a stun. DJ is in a little bit of trouble. They have arrow first, but he'll be okay. Back it up. A lot of harassing that top lane. Neither one of them wants to
They
back
are
down.
crushing top, and
Yeah, they
really they're winning every lane.
Yeah, you see it. The CS right now, all 3 are red, are for the Dire. Where's Stinger going right now? He's looking for a creep.
What they did level 1 on Infamous was really good. They used the Enchantress heal and then just hit him a
Yeah.
bunch. That
As they push the
establishing,
lane.
yeah, that establishment of like the dominance in lane makes it so that it snowballs this quickly, right?
And now
4-0
look,
to 13
he gets the Satyr creep as well for some more HP regen. That's nice.
Has to be careful of the arrow though.
Let's see. Look at the nukes. Oh my. Just has to leap away. And wow, this top lane, Ice is probably like, what is happening? This is not going too well. Middle, Chris Luck, currently 13-8 versus the 7-4 of Invoker, and let's see what he does have. It is 2 points in Exort.
He is rolling on the Tiny. I like it. Is this a boxy Tiny?
Yeah.
That tree
He's
is
not spamming enough.
gigantic. I mean, it's not even a tree, but
A tree sword. A sword carved
yeah.
of a
is it-
tree.
Exactly.
An old Womp and Willow or something. I don't know.
I know what you're going for, buddy. It's okay.
Thank you. Gyro. 11-1. We're actually going to have a TP bottom. We have a quick rotation. It's going to be Mirana, level 2.
Oh,
He
mid,
might just get
mid.
solo killed
Mid.
mid. Yeah, he is. Oh, nope. He dodged
Jukes the
Sunstrike.
man.
If I miss an arrow, because now they both super low right now. Abed getting close, and look at this DJ. He's just hiding here. He's like, yo, I TB down here. I'm going to wait for this rotation. I need to hit a stun. We need to get a kill. Dubu's going to pull the lane back. It is double stacked.
Anytime Chris Luck had taunted into immediately missing a CS.
Yeah, I
If
saw
anyone
that.
ever does that, I'm just. It's funny.
Hey, man,
Nice.
priorities. It's all about the priorities, man.
Oh, we're going. I think we're going to see him actually try to dive. They don't know DJ's here. There's going to be a stun. Schofield will finally get arrowed. Flat cannon's going up. Will it be enough to get the kill? Sure will.
Nice.
Jabs picks it up. And DJ, he waited a little bit for it, but much worth it. Getting your carry that first blood. Double crown picked up on Leshrac. This guy's pretty survivable.
A lot of stats.
There's a leap away, actually, going for this rune. DJ has the bottle. We've been seeing this more and more. And uh-oh, Chris Luck does need to be careful.
Another juke.
Uh-oh, now
Is he dead?
he's getting trapped in right here. Look at, he has to try to dodge Abed here. There's going to be the Sunstrike, and yeah, he's going to
Jukes
just
it.
die here. Does juke the Sunstrike,
That
but
was
man.
a level 5 Tiny to the level 4 Invoker, so that's a pretty big deal that he dies there.
Yeah.
Also gives him like a free wave of denies on Abed.
Feels good. Oh, and Jabs, look at this, has to just TP out. Goes right back to his tier 1, though, and hey, guess what? I didn't miss anything.
He even gave him a couple bottle charges from the Mirana onto the Invoker, so
It's nice.
that pretty much just like completely reset this lane in favor of the Invoker.
Let's see,
Yeah.
bounty runes are going to be spawning, and it looks like there's 3 heroes bottom still from Radiant. This is scary. Schofield, if he just gets arrowed one time, he's going to go down. Looks like it should be rune exchange, but top lane, there's actually going to be a stun onto the high ground, but guess what? They place a ward up there. He's just going to try to TP, and he will make it. That was a crit attack.
But someone's
coming
gonna
out.
come up top though. There's gonna be 2 waves coming into tower.
Yeah, looks like. Who will it be? DJ doesn't even have a TP right now.
Yeah,
Needs
so
to
much
get
XP
over.
just
Oh.
dying.
Oh, it hurts.
We'll watch this. We'll watch the creeps die. No one around. That is
Nice.
a lot. Looks like he'll make it back for the range creeps, though, so, you know, could be worse. We'll see. Stinger still trying to find some creeps here. Forgot to clear that one out. Stun will go out middle. Same with the toss. Doesn't even care about his own siege creep.
Yeah. And then 1 kill is so big too because Invoker gets way stronger the laning phase once you hit 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
More points of Exort. Suddenly you're starting to CS against the Tiny equal in damage. It's way easier.
So when do you want to see... Well, we're going to see a rotation right now. DJ, Dubu, both moving middle
Hey,
once
Ogre
again.
Mirana, let's do it.
Yep. Ogre Mirana, man. Last game, if you miss it, a lot of kills. There's going to be a rocket actually flying. Schofield, I have a feeling you might just die here. Arrow, rocket, 3 stuns. That's a guaranteed kill.
That was a pretty strong call there, Grant.
Yep, thank you. So is he going Atos
Top
on this
lane
last
just got
check?
dusted on the SK. Sorry,
gonna go down. No, you're
time
good.
for breaks here. And looks like he's going to be fine because he literally just does too much damage with the Sandstorm that they have to back off. What were you saying, Grant?
I forget. But middle lane looks like they're still just trying to push this tower. They actually go for the Tiny, but Schofield just dying. We'll be back here to back up his teammate. As the chicken flies away. That is it's Forge Spirit.
That was a big-ass catapult, by the way. It did a lot of damage with the Bloodlust plus Alacrity.
Yeah. And look at this. They just want to push this middle wave, and they want to create space. Top lane, guess what? DJ, he's been moving around this entire game. It's 3-0. Infamous does have the gold lead, but got to be careful. Hector still not level 6. Doesn't even have the mana anyways. No stick charges. Oh.
He just like chain pull on accident? That was interesting. They are both going to Shrine, so he's going to have the mana once he gets 6.
Wants to have it, and look at this. He's like, wait a minute, I can't miss all of this. Got to be careful. He actually skills the ulti immediately. He's not even thinking about saving. Ice actually whiffs the stun. There will be one coming out from Dubu, though, but Hector, he just wants the last hit under this tower. And look at this. They're tanking up for this siege creep. Siege creep hit again, but it will stay alive. Hector pulls the creeps off that tower, so we'll do some damage. Not all that much, but enough.
Meanwhile, Whisper with the maxed edict or 3 points into it at level 5.
Just trading. Look at those towers. Just trading damage.
That's so much damage on the tower.
It is. One more edict, right? And this tower's going down. No
And
glyph.
he knows the glyph is down because it was just used in front of him.
Okay, middle lane. Once again, it's the Ogre and the Mirana roaming around. Chris has to know
Oh,
something's
bottom.
Yep,
They're going
Shackle
for it.
into the split earth. They're just trying to get a lot of damage on him, forcing it such that he can
Just
get the
edict
tower. Yeah, and
If
Jabs
he
did
was
a good
6, that
job
would have
there.
been a kill as well.
Yeah, Jabs did a good job there of like instantly flat cannoning the wave, knowing that that's what they're trying to do. So he knows it's his job to prevent that, and I'd say both teams playing it properly in the bottom lane.
Yeah. Infamous with a lot of discipline here. They're playing with a ton of just thinking.
Oh, that didn't hit. I've seen some crazier shackles hit, and there's going to be a Sunstrike coming out as well. Whisper's in a lot of trouble, but it actually gets double tanked by Schofield. It won't matter. Whisper looks to go down. Nice leap away, just barely dodging that stun, but barely is good enough. Stinger has 10 stick charges plus the heal, still healing him up. No points in Untouchable. They're actually looking around. Schofield's over here as well. Starfall only hits once. Chris Luck, yo, what up? Stun will miss. And there's going to be a shackle now. Mirana will get tossed into the air, and it will be enough to get the kill. Their first kill on Infamous in this tower. Will it stay alive? Well, we'll see.
Jabs.
Oh, there's a
They're
lot
going to
of
bring more heroes here. Whisper TP'd back in.
Oh, Jabs is gone. Dubu's gone. They're like, yeah, we're out of here. Meanwhile, top lane, pardon me, there's a pretty big scroll out going, and there's an Invoker Midas already coming. They are going to all shrine up here.
I think Invoker late game here is insanely scary.
Oh, goodbye, Stinger.
And he just got a Midas, and now he gets a free kill. I feel like Abed's going to carry this game, based on what I'm seeing
At
so
what
far.
point? Is it just like a 6-slotted Invoker,
Yeah,
or what
it's
do you
like
need?
4 slots, right? You usually get like Midas, Ags, and then 2 items. And depending on the pace of the game at that point. Whatever makes it easier for you to play your own game. And they just don't have any late game natural counters to Invokers, what I mean.
They just have to play way quicker.
Yeah, heroes like Wraith King are super annoying to play against.
Yep.
Invoker.
And that's the thing that's missing from the Infamous lineup, though, is team fight. It's once again one of those lineups with a ton of stuns, a lot of single target. Sure, you can find kills and rotate around the map, but once you hit that critical part of the game, 25, 30 minutes when everyone's grouping up to take objectives, you start to fall apart against these massive AoE combos of Fnatic.
See. Getting that Ags, almost already has the point booster. Meanwhile, top, with Hector going to the jungle, it does mean Ice is a little more free to just sit up here. Tranquil Boots earn on this Sand King. Definitely looking to be a little more active. Pings out that Hector is just farming here. Phase Boots, Hand of Midas. Guess what? He's not even going the casual Belt of Strength here, BSJ. Middle lane. We are converging. There's going to be a stun. It will be the first one on Stinger. We'll get the heal off. There's going to be a Sunstrike. Will anyone run into it? No. Stinger barely survives. That tower, dude, the Bloodlusted tower is a beast. And they're turning it around, though. Here we go. Chris like, yo, they find the Ogre. Will it be enough to get the kill? Yep, tanky hero, but not tanky enough. And now, guess what? You got that Edict. They actually used the glyph for the tier 2 down bottom, so this will be a free tier 1. Oh, Whisper will take it as well. Double Bracer going into that Atos. He's He's pretty tanky for the early game.
Yeah, I like this build on Lesh. I think it's super important against the stuns plus Sunstrike that you just make your max HP pool that much higher.
Oh, Ice, the stun into the Sunstrike. Whisper actually maybe he thought it was coming, but he couldn't quite tank it with. They have a Sentry Ward.
Nice.
I'm not sure. He's like, wait, does he see me? I don't know, and he'll just go down.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter if he sees you or not. The Edict follows you, and the ult hits you anyway.
Ooh.
So he does have a Blade Mail potentially queued up on Hector. So he's like debating whether or not he needs this like mid-game participation in these team fights in skirmishes. They've taken 2 towers already, side of Infamous, which is good.
Literally in my head, I was just thinking and about to say, oh wow, 104 last hits on Wraith King, because that would have prompted Grant to do what he just did, which was switch us
No,
over to network.
I heard you doing it already. I knew. I was like, oh god, I know what Kyle's about to say. I didn't have to
Kyle,
admit
like,
that, but I
beaming
will.
at the ability to call Grant
Well, I was just
out
saying we
there.
saw it at the same time. You
Yeah.
might have even beaten me, because
Maybe.
you acted before I did.
Okay, this feels like a pretty nice timing for Tiny. He has a double damage, and oh wait, well, I thought he had a blink. Where crazy?
It's on Courier at base. They
Yeah.
are smoked up
There we go.
with 3.
Okay,
Missed
here
the
we go.
Shackle onto Ogre.
Do they have detection? That's the question. DJ actually
Sentry
picks the
on
tower.
Schofield. That's all they have, though.
They sit down, so they see Dubu. They see jabs as well. Oh, Sentry will counter the Sentry here. Okay. Hector continuing to farm. Where is this Tiny with the blink? Right here with double damage as well.
This is like a big movement by Infamous for basically nothing. And what I mean by basically nothing is you have a Gyro pushing out mid, a Sand King farming bottom for his blink, and meanwhile you have 5 Infamous heroes top.
Oh, and DJ, he gets stunned. Nicely done by Whisper. And guess, wait, what? That shackled it? All right, I've definitely seen worse shackles hit once again. And DJ, oh my goodness,
What?
he's actually hiding in here.
The stuns broke the trees behind
Hello.
the Mirana, so the shackle didn't hit. That was kind of funny, actually, the way that worked.
And there will be a kill on DJ, finally getting rid of that annoying pest. We've seen Miranas be so annoying. These 4 Miranas just keep pushing out lanes, and now they will try to bring down this tower. They do have a double damage Tiny. They have a glyph. Does Doob or anyone want to take this fight? Doesn't look like it.
This is so Infamous, though, right? Isn't this how they always play? Hector on one side of the map, the other 4 heroes on the other?
Yep.
And I think that's fine. Like, I think if you stick to your playstyle, they seem to do it really well.
They will finally get this tower. Ice actually gets a tower bottom. Chris Luck gets a tower top.
It's not really netting them an advantage, right? They have all these towers, and it just doesn't matter because they're losing a tower bottom.
Yeah.
Like Ice just conveniently
Oh.
farmed his blink over the course of the
Something's
last
going
2
on. There's
minutes.
going to be a Sunstrike with the multicast. Is he just going to die? He will get arrowed. The heal, well, the Wisp will just sit around here, but fortunately
that
Stinger
arrow.
goes down.
So much magic damage. That's only a level 1 arrow. That buff to the level 1 arrow seems to be pretty massive.
And what's that buff?
The extra 30 damage base. Like, just if you hit somebody point blank, it's going to do an extra 30. So now it hits for 220 on like a 5-second arrow, level 1, so you can just leave it at level 1. Like, that arrow did like 200 damage. And it's a level 1
nice.
arrow.
Whisper looks like he does have the Atos. This chicken's been in use all game by everyone. So when does Hector want to meet up? Is it the Radiance?
It's the Radiance.
Okay.
Yep. He does have the Relic already done, so it's going to be a super early Radiance, probably around 17 minutes or so. They are looking for Mirana again.
Yep.
Shackle thrown out does land.
There's
Clears
the
the trees
stun.
for the vision. Nice. Should
Has
still
an
get a
Atos
land.
as well. Doesn't throw it out quite. No, he doesn't have the Atos. The chicken's flying up right now. There's going to be an ulti from the Gyro, and man, they were ready for that one.
So I've been talking about how much Infamous is 5-manning. They have a level 7 offlaner compared to Ice, who's level 10. And they also have, look at the net worths on the 2-4 positions.
4,300 versus 2,500.
Yeah,
Pretty big
and
difference.
that's what happens when you 5-man. So they have all
Uh-oh.
their net worth on this Wraith King.
And there's just an easy kill on Enchanter. Here comes the arrow. Nope. Creep actually tanks it up, and Stinger somehow makes it out. Goes for the Sunstrike. He's actually sitting in there, and Ice. He's going to blink forward. He's looking for Stinger. Will he finally find him? He's actually going to turn on Chris Luck. They can't kill Stinger. There's going to be a power shot. Shackle
Wow.
latches them to a tree. But look at this.
One
This
tree.
EMP is going to take everyone's mana away up here. Chris Luck throws the tree. They get the kill on Ice. They're going to try to turn it around. Now the Tiny will go down. Ogre taking a lot of damage, but who cares? He's an Ogre. Schofield going to try to run away, and looks like everyone makes it out. Oh, doesn't look like it might have leached together DJ and Dubu, but it won't. Whisper, he's just tanking it up. Still has the Atos.
So Wraith King is about ready to be a hero in this game. Does finally have the Radiance.
Only 16 minutes in as well.
Yeah, it's a super early Radiance.
And if there is a...
Whoa, sorry. We're going to see a tornado coming out. Here comes the stun strike as well. Whisper, he gets absolutely destroyed, and Abed level 13 maxed out X-Sword. He's doing some
Yeah.
damage.
How much are those Sunstrikes? Aren't they like 600 damage almost?
I think it's. We'll see it when it comes
Good
back
question.
up. I think it's about 450.
Okay, so you have this Radiance now.
It's
As we
535.
Yeah.
So what do you do with this Wraith King? Do you just straight up 5-man, or what are you supposed to do now that he has his item?
I'm just. It's a shame that they had that Death on Whisper before the Radiance was up because they weren't ready to get involved. I wouldn't mind a Blink Dagger personally. You already have one on the Tiny, I suppose.
He did queue up the Blade Mill
Yeah.
on Wraith King. Can I just say that this Leshrac being a core is actually going to be food for so long because he went for this Atos. Like,
Yep.
in team fights, you get cold snapped, you're actually just dead on Leshrac. Like, you're actually just dead until you have this BKB. And in the rest of the game, when you're trying to farm, they have so many disables plus
Yep.
Sunstrike. He has to play with this team like this.
This was actually a really good game for. I don't even mind the double bracer, but I think it was an Arcane's double bracer into Mech Greaves later on game.
Yeah.
Greaves is so good against the Fnatic lineup.
Trying to play a little more
Both teams
aggressive, and we hear a smoke, yeah. Looks like the Dyers is going to wear out pretty soon here. And they have a ward on top of a ward, so they're going to see when this smoke wears out. They'll know they were just smoked the whole time. Yep, there's the ping immediately.
Both teams are smoking to their teammate who's pushing the opponent's off lane.
And there
Meanwhile,
goes
disable onto this 5-position Enchantress.
Yeah.
That's kind of like a gank.
Yeah, that's what I mean about the whole Ench in a bad game for Ench is just
An even
as a
worse
support. You go from food to fine dining.
Or how about instead of being served on a plate, you're served on a silver platter?
Indeed.
More of a kebab, I think.
Okay, kebab. Okay, I can see that.
Also, kebabs are great.
Yeah, they have good kebabs here. Shout out to the kebabs here.
I feel like a lot of. Were you a picky eater when you were a kid?
I was not.
Ooh, Sunstrike coming out. Sorry, Wind Ranger. Will survive for now. Just kidding.
He actually just died like full to zero to just like casually throwing out nukes.
So
Fnatic's
literally
definitely
3
not
nukes.
picky. They'll kill anybody that shows.
Yeah.
Well, Hector, he's level 15, just farming up. Has that Blade Mill as well. They want to. Their last smoke, pretty unsuccessful. They get the tier 2 bottom, but I'm sure they want to take a fight. They know this, as you said, BSJ. This Invoker probably is the end-all, be-all of this game. And there will be a stun again from Ice. It's on Whisper, and you guys talked about it. You get Cold Snap, you're probably going to die.
Oh,
He
the
will get
toss.
tossed back. Chris
Nice
Luck
toss.
actually saving him.
I
That's
think
a nice
Blinks
toss.
away. Oh,
that
was
actually
it?
kills him. That kills him if it lands.
oh, top lane, by the way. DJ trying to run. Hector, he's just run down the lane here. Has the Midas used it.
Dude, more important than the item choice. Whisper is level 8.
That's what I said, yeah. That's
Yep.
because they've been 5-manning, and because of the items I talked about, he can't play the map.
Yeah.
Like, he actually has to sit with his
the
team.
dream
Oh
would be
my.
Lesh just playing bottom for the next, for the past 5 minutes. The towers were already dead. He could just run through the lane into the jungle. Farm.
Notice how Sand King's playing the game. That's how we wish the Leshrac could play.
By the way, the Mirana does have an Ags now.
Wow.
We've seen these 4-position Miranas. They get these Ags quick. Seems like they do always get space. Their teams play well around, and there's going to be a Shackle coming out. They bring down Ice immediately, and they're going to run up. Hector's level 17. This dude is very scary, but guess what? An EMP will be there. Arrow's there. He does not have his ulti unless he gets his wand off. He does get his wand off, though, so he will have that ult. Jab's just going to BKB and run in there. Blade Mill does actually get popped. Jab's doing a little bit of damage, but Stinger will get brought down. Jab's taking so much damage. Not enough crits, though. They make it out, but this tier 2 tower might just go down now.
Yeah, and we... Honestly, who cares about Whisper at this point? Look at the net worth on Hector, man.
Yeah, beast mode, man.
4.5k ahead of the game.
And look at that. That's even though Whisper, like, you win a fight like that, he's only level 9, but he's got the Edict. He's melting the tower still.
Yeah. This is the original Wraith King.
The OG. And he is going BKB next. You guys like it?
Yep. He has to be. He is the strongest hero on his team in the game as of now. And it will not always be like that. So you have to force the issue with the power spike that you have. And if he doesn't have BKB, it kind of makes it so he's ignorable and the rest of his team is killable. But by becoming this, like, meat shield threat, he actually enables his team to play the game.
You're playing against Invoker with Ags. You need a BKB if you want to deal damage. It's not even about staying alive. You get Tornado,
that's what I mean, he's a
you
threat,
get
he's
Cold
just
Snap,
ignored.
Ice
Yeah.
Path. Yeah, it's like you're just... It's impossible to stick on targets.
Like, you're making the rest of your team die because you're going to get ignored because you don't have a BKB.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we'll
two-
have it already.
It's a 2K lead right now for Infamous. What Who's got the Roche threat right now? Is it just either team if they win a fight? Doesn't feel like either team can really just straight up go into it.
I mean, assuming the other team can't contest, both teams have like the damage. You have Alacrity plus Bloodlust on one side, and you have Wraith King on the other. But both teams have like pretty solid poke. You have the Wind Ranger Shackle Shot, and you have like Wraith King who honestly just walk into the pit. Meanwhile, you have Invoker on the other side.
And oh, there it is. Oh, they see him though. Sentry Ward is there. Dubu and Jabs are scouted out. They don't know who else is here. And look at this. Hector will get aired, but he has that level 3 ulti. They're going to go on Chris Luck. They didn't expect them all to be here. They throw out the stun. There's going to be a BKB toss. Oh my, the 816 crit. On the backside, Jabs, he does have his BKB. He needs to be careful. He might want to just TP out of here. He's going for it, and yep. Will make it. Will they chase for more? Doesn't look like it. And this is the scary part, right? This Wraith King, if he's on top of you, you're probably dead.
He is so farmed. He's approaching 6,000 gold ahead of the game.
That's pretty scary.
Yeah. The silver lining is he'll be 6 slotted pretty soon.
Wraith King is one of the carries that can do this and lose.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
You've done it.
Yeah, I've done it. That's even more important. I've done it. Like the fact is, Wraith King as a hero is only really as strong as his team as the game moves on.
Well, they're going for this tower right now, and it gets brought down so quickly. Whisper picks it up, getting closer. It was still about 1,300 away from his own BKB.
They've cleared all the tier 2s. Fnatic yet to claim a single one, and yet only a 2k gold lead on the side of Infamous. It's tough now because, like, what's your next objective, right? I guess you want to get into Roche, but
Roche
fighting
high
into the
ground,
pit
yeah.
so hard against Invoker.
It pretty much feels like that. This Invoker is, as long as he's alive, their base is defended and Roche is defended. Schofield needs to be a little bit careful now. Abed's like, I'm not risking it. You never know. I'm going for a 4-step on Wind Ranger. Not even a casual javelin.
Yeah,
He
he
is
doesn't
very
even have his ult.
underfarmed.
He doesn't even have his ult. He just his power shot shackle. He even took the shackle shot cooldown at level 10.
So,
And he has the BKB queued up on Tiny. He's not going to be very like Tiny as a core honestly falls off pretty hard.
Yeah.
Like even with the Ags build nowadays, like he's not even going for it. But like if you compare Tiny mid to like an Invoker mid as the game scales, as they scale into the late game, it isn't even close.
this Invoker is still
Boots
not the
of
most
travel,
farmed.
going for the BKB. Once he gets BKB, it should be pretty easy for him to play fights. But as of now, he's actually under pretty huge threat to just like a single stun plus Wraith King hitting you.
Does have some help from Dubu down there. Not sure how much Dubu can help Abed if he gets ganked.
He's literally a gank tank. Look at his positioning. Like he's not sitting behind him, right? He's sitting in between where Infamous would come from to get to him, which is cool. Like if you're not a hero that can actually save him, why not just stand in front of him, break smokes, all that kind of stuff.
Nothing crazy going on. Do you think Infamous should be playing a little more aggressive, or can they really?
As of now, as of yet, like I think they're waiting for this AC. And I think they're also waiting for the level 20 on Wraith King, but they've got it already.
Oh, drum popped. He just runs out.
They are smoked. Like they do need to get stuff done,
That's
but
what I mean. It feels like you gotta start doing it right now.
yeah,
And
this
whoa.
game only gets harder.
Invis versus the Moonlight Shadows. Pardon me. There will be a stun for it. It's going to be Whispered. This is your Leshrac. That's your tower pusher. Instantly goes down. And now they're going to chase for more. Schofield. Oh, nice. Fuels by Nice dodging the shackle shot. Stinger going to be the next one to fall here. Jabs trying to. I don't do enough without Rocket Barrage. Finally gets the kill. Tornado. Ooh, barely misses Chris Luck. But with the Ignite there, I think they can just chase him down. And they sure as hell can. See you later. Top is getting pushed in by some skeletons.
I'm telling you, this is like this perfect, like picture perfect game to be this far ahead on Wraith King and lose. Because you have a 5-position Enchantress, who as a hero in the game is like pretty much nothing at this stage. And then you have a Tiny mid, one of the worst scaling mids in the entire game. You have a Wind Ranger that doesn't have ult. And you have a Leshrac who just dies until BKB. And even then he's like...
Yeah, the physical damage is going to be strong enough that you won't really be able to commit to fights.
They can just focus the entire Wraith King's team very quickly with ignoring him. Like, Wraith King's not a hero that's just going to kill everybody in a short period of time. So I'm just saying that despite having a slight lead and having this Wraith King that is massive, I am heavily favoring Fnatic's ability to win this game as it goes forward.
Yeah, Fnatic right now, they really want this win. In fact, they want the whole series because currently they are tied up in points with both EG and Virtus Pro, to obtain
think it
that
was
last spot in the upper bracket.
Was it VP or
It's
not?
VP.
Okay. And then, yeah. And this
But they have one series less played, so they could get a nice edge on those two favorites.
Yep. As long as even just one win here. You definitely want two, obviously, but make sure to secure. And they look to be, it is a 1K lead for Infamous, but as you said, this Invoker just getting stronger and stronger. Has the BKB, get that Octarine, all of a sudden you're pumping out massive amount of spells 24/7.
I just envision when I'm like this rich as a carry, like how do I lose games? And this is like the rest of the team, the way it looks in terms of the hero comp and
Like, look at they're just
net
sitting
worth.
together right now, even.
Like, you just don't have any. Like, you are this big because no one else on your team can actually do like hitting creeps. Like nobody else can actually do it. So, like on the other side, the reason why, like, you'd much rather in competitive have 3 evenly net worth heroes add up to 1 big hero. Like, in this case, like, if you're down by 10K, it's one thing, but you're even almost in net worths
We'll get ready.
when
Do we
you have
any
one hero this
detection?
rich.
Chris Luck, he blinks in, and he's just going to get stunned out. He might just die here. Okay, there are skeletons beating down the tower again, but it might not matter. There's going to be a stun forward for my size elsewhere. Doesn't look like it. Sounds like there is a stun. It is. It's going to be Hector, but guess what? BSJ, I think you know any of those melee carry heroes running into an ice wall is never fun. The ultimate counter, they will try to turn around. Whisper does it as BKB is going to move forward for Dubu. This is a 5-position Ogre, but they do get the kill on the backside. It will be a stun, but guess what? You can leap out of it. Throws the tree. Won't even hit him. To the tower? It did end up going down to the skeletons. These skeletons are putting in some work.
Wow. What?
Yeah, he just summoned them and ice, TP'd away. And they're going into Roche. Okay. Let's see what can happen. Here comes the Sunstrike. They are just going for it right now.
I don't
This
know
is
if you can do
scary. Ice. Blink plus ulti. Stinger. He eats the arrow. They're just going to stun him. He already got the heal off. Unfortunately, won't heal enough. Glimmer Cape won't be there. Doesn't have the buyback. Dubu will be alive in 5 seconds. They had to back out. Is this just going to be a stolen Roshan right here? Not quite yet. He doesn't need mana for his ulti, so Hector is still reasonably healthy.
He's going Silver Edge on Wraith King. I saw him do this on Lifestealer earlier. Is this like his ideal late game item? Like, is this what he likes? It's interesting.
I mean, he's done it for like the last 2 minors, and I don't know. I asked him, and he just laughed. I actually asked him, like, Hector, why do you go that? It was at, I think, at the Dota Pit minor. He just started laughing, so I have no clue what that means. I just don't.
Oh.
What?
The damage reduction versus
it doesn't work anymore. It doesn't damage reduce.
I'm testing.
Here we
Okay,
go. Big
keep it
fight.
up.
The arrow actually ends up hitting the Leshrac. Man, these 4-position Marauders. Whisper's going to end up going down. The Blade Mill, guess what? You're just tornado in the air. BKB will finally get popped. He's going to try to right-click onto Jabs. Will he do enough damage? Not quite yet. Stun is going to fly. He's doing a little bit of damage. Jabs actually needs to be pretty careful. He can't. He goes down. And now the impetuses are flying. DJ goes down, and if you fight into Hector, he's going to be completely okay with that.
Oh.
And what a shackle shot by Schofield is enough to bring down. There's going to be 1 crit. Do they even need another one? No, Hector gets the kill. And Dubu goes down as well. This is going to be a Roche.
Yeah, Hector against the world, boys.
Hector tips Chris Luck. I guess he just tanked the gank, it looks like, on Tiny. Here we go. They go right into Roche. Abed doesn't want to commit the buybacks for this. Damn. That's what BKB is that on Gyro, by the way? That was his 7th second.
Who takes Aegis? You don't give it to Wraith King, do you?
Whisper? I mean, it has to be less.
Yeah, you give it. I didn't realize he was alive again. I like saw the 3 heroes in the pit. I'm like, who do you give
Well,
it
even
to?
when I'm like, do you? He has 2 items, but
Yeah.
No,
you
he's
have
your
to.
base siege though.
Yeah.
You can actually stand there with your Diabolic Edict, and even when you're dead, it's still going.
And well, guess what?
Silver Edge Wraith King.
Interesting.
He
What
is.
can you
He sold
hover
his
over that?
Midas.
What are we
It gives
missing?
45 damage, 45 attack speed, and 300 health, effectively.
Does it break? It doesn't break anything, does it?
No, there's nothing to break. It does break Caustic Finale.
Ooh.
Doesn't break like the Invoker orbs, right?
No, it doesn't.
Interesting. It's just mobility, I suppose. He doesn't have a blink dagger.
It's just one of those things he always buys. Who knows why?
He bought it on Lifestealer. I saw it in his earlier game today.
It makes sense though. You can get right up on top of a hero, open with an attack into the stun. It's cool.
Uh-oh, and guess what? He's going in. Silver Edge, but guess what? DJ's already gone.
I just feel like it's such like a pub win the game by yourself type of item.
Wow.
So it's like interesting to me. I don't think it's like a terrible item. I just laugh because it's like this is the pub situation, right? Like earlier we talked about you're playing your 4K party with OG where you just have a Wisp windrunner. In this case, you are the only net worth on your team.
I think that you need some sort of mobility item, and at this point you're so farmed, it can't be a blink. So.
Well, Hector, he doesn't really give much of a care here.
Care 0, Grant.
Yep. He doesn't actually tank for the siege, and I'm surprised. I thought he might. Bloodlusted Tower is going to be fine. Look at, they're just long-range sieging down this Wraith King. Arrow.
They can't end this
Arrow.
game, man. I don't know. I can't imagine unless they actually walk out of base on Fnatic and fight them, how they end the game on Infamous side. Like, yeah, they have a Leshrac, but they have so much just long-range, as Kyle would say, poke.
Yep, the LRC, my friend.
Yes, the cannons.
And they do get the shrine because of that. The skeleton's just killing top tier 3, but top lane, Hector just TPs up, and I mean, what do you just get like a moon shard and a refresher, right?
Yeah, Ags. Yep.
Ags.
That's the play. You eventually get a refresher on Lesh.
Uh-oh. They know Hector TP top. They saw him, but Schofield won't get the shackle up because there's a BKB pop by Abed. But Abed not really doing that much. Ice actually going to be the first one to go down here. It looks like
Gem.
he will. He has a gem on the ground. Dubu, he's taking a lot of damage as well. Whisper, he has the Aegis. He wants it to go off. Chris Luck on the backside. Tiny versus Icewall. Not a fun one. But they're just going to have to get out. Sand King bought back, and they're chasing for more. Whisper, he has an Atos in 2. Hector's here as well. Jab's just going to get stunned up. He's going to go down. Guess what, Kyle? They fought outside of the base. Dubu's going to die as well. That's the gem. Oh, they see it right. Ice.
Slick.
Cheeky play right there.
As I said, Hector's going to carry this game.
You see the
with
Shadow Blade?
Dude,
Or the Silver Edge,
it's
rather?
actually been owning. I'm just saying he does it every game.
He
So
does.
it's like, I don't feel like it's this game specific
Dude.
type thing. He literally just thinks it's the best way to carry on like Lifestealer or Radiant.
I'm gonna ask him again. If he just laughs, I'm just gonna laugh super hard. Here we go. Arrow's gonna play. It is gonna be on Whisper. He didn't get his BKB
Shackle.
up. You need to, but the shackle does hit on 2 of them. He hasn't used his BKB. Will go down to the EMP. Hector is gonna be a little trouble, but all of them get stunned because of that level 25 talent. Hector gonna try to get out. He doesn't have his BKB. Chris Lug on the backside does do a stun toss.
That's a dieback.
Jabs is just gonna go down. No, the Glimmer Cave's here, but guess what? Stinger on the position 5 enchant, still pumping out a ton of damage. They get the Tiny now. Schofield and Hector, they're chilling for now. They have to back out. Bloodlusted Tower. This boy is a beast.
But they used Ford already.
They did, and guess what? Jabs is gone. Ice is gone. That's 2 diebacks, my friends.
Hector's going to have ult again. He's almost doubling the net worth of the next person in the game.
And that's it. That's an Abed Invoker. That is nothing to sneeze at, my friends. I love it. He just heads bottom. He's like, Whisper, you finish that one off. And man, Infamous. Hector specifically, what a beast.
Yeah. And they look good too. You know, they look just like any other team here.
All right, runs into the arrow, but it'll be fine, I hope. That's gotta be careful there. Fnatic, what can they do?
This is great. Infamous, man, playing to their strengths. I can't believe you gave Hector Wraith King.
Yep, you know.
500 CS, 705.
Wow.
It's only 34 minutes into the game, Kyle. That's a lot of CS. That's like 15 a minute.
Are they gonna? They're just getting megas off 1 team fight win here. Well, I guess 2, the one in the base and the one outside. He's popping the BKB. He actually just wants to get the megas.
That's
Will they
it.
get out? Looks like they will run. You gotta be careful. I don't think you want to chase after Hector. He's actually baiting him, and he's like, yeah, sure, go for it.
I feel like this is a strategy that like just nobody else does. It's so weird.
Just, I mean,
Just
it's not
like-
even 4 protect 1, right? It's just 4, go do whatever the hell you want while I do my
Yeah,
thing.
there's no protection. Hector's got to fend for himself out there.
Yeah.
He does. He's going for an Abyssal Blade, actually. He already has the Basher.
What's he
can buy
drop?
it.
The phase or the blade
Blade
mill?
mill.
Yeah.
There's a regen bottom, bounties as well. So a 12k gold lead, and we look at the buyback status. No one really has it except this Wraith King.
Yeah. Is Jabs closing on Rapier anytime soon? Because that's the comeback mechanic.
Let's go check.
He's got a
That's
butterfly queued up.
negatory.
And dude, this enchant, I know we talked about, I mean, she died a lot early game, but just impetus. Just
Yep.
straight up damage.
Check out the net worth on the Fnatic lineup as well. Second place is DJ.
And it's pretty low there. It's going to be a stun. We just talked about the enchantresses here. Does have the Glimmer Cape, uses it. They can't really get the
What?
kill on Stinger. Just full HP healed up. And guess what? Now Abed will have to pop the BKB. Jabs is here, sending a lot of flat cannon everywhere else. It's flying to Schofield, but guess what? Everyone just got out. Chris Luck gets his BKB before he's stunned. He throws his own, slows them all down. And now, guess who's coming from behind? It is light blue Hector. He's running the long way, silver edged up. They do get one stun. There's going to be the Cataclysm Whisper. Actually avoids it. He gets pushed back, and now Hector's just right-clicking. Abed gets instantly blown up. There's no buyback. They have another on the backside. Jabs won't get stunned. Neither will DJ. They might just run to the base. Dubu, he's eating so much damage. One right-click, two right-clicks. Hector, monster kill. 8-0-6. G.
Wow.
G is called. That game, I mean, let's be honest. We didn't really see that coming. I would say it. You said it, Kyle. You did say the one way we lose that game, or was it BSJ, is if Fnatic leaves their base, and they left their base 1 minute after. They lost 2 heroes. They had to buy back, and then Jabs, out of position, just dies with no buyback, and they lost all 6 Raxes after one fight.
Yep.
I was skeptical.
Dude, what?
I saw 4 heroes with virtually no scalability or net worth and a Wraith King, and that guy had a bajillion net worth. And the Silver Edge,
Won in the game.
I actually think it was a sick purchase. Like, he builds it on these late game. Like, it makes you harder to gank. Like, no cores at the end of the game usually have, or that stage in the game usually have slots for detection. So it requires like 3 or 4 heroes to control you. You're constantly a threat, so
Like,
you're like scared of
On
it.
Mirana, right? Because this Mirana we saw last game, she never felt threatened, but with a silver-edged like Wraith King, the Mirana just dies.
It's
in
a damage
one
item.
hit, yeah.
It's
And not
45
bad.
damage, 45 attack speed. It's damage.
Stats.
Significant, and I like it a lot more. Again, instead of a Blink Dagger, it's just far more valuable. You're running out of slots as the Wraith King. And what?
No, go on.
Why are you smiling?
I looked at Chris Luck's level, and he ended the game level 17 as a middle tiny. The 5 Enchantress was level 20.
Yeah, lowest level on his team
Crazy.
was the Tiny.
Yeah, lowest level on the team, and they won. Like, Chris Luck, he did his job. Guess what? He played middle well. He delayed Abed enough.
I'm doing the math real quick. The total net worth for Infamous is like 65 or 70,000, and 31 of it's on Hector.
Insane. 0 death, 8-0 and 6.
Yeah.
Dude, you look at the other side. Abed was 9-2-9, and Jabs was 9-3 and 11.
Yep.
Those are very good scores, but one team fight. That was it.
That's how it goes.
I mean, the fact is, the best way to deal with an Invoker, like a hero that's going to throw out all these spells, is just to straight up be able to ignore all the spells he's throwing at you. And, like, that's what happened. Like, they actually just said, here's this Wraith King, 32,000 net worth, and I'm just going to walk at you. And, like, we actually have so much net worth at this point. That strategy doesn't work 10 minutes from now. Like, 10 minutes from now, that actually just looks like if they didn't take racks or anything. You're just going to fall off. But he's hit this critical mass, kind of like an anti-mage. Like, you've hit it so fast that the opponent just can't deal with
doesn't
you.
know.
He
Yeah.
ends the game with 901 GPM.
900.
Pretty
No,
impressive.
930. That's
930.
experience. That's 930 GPM.
Almost 1,000 GPM on a
That's gotta be the
freaking
record
Wraith
thus
King.
far,
Oh yeah.
Outside of Alchemist.
You know what? I'm actually gonna go. We are gonna take a short break. Not
Yeah.
quite yet. I definitely want to go and ask Nahad because I'm sure 930 GPM on a non-alc, We saw HFN had 1,000 GPM at the MDL major with Nature's Prophet, but on a right-clicking hero, that is
dude.
insane, man.
And I just like the way that Infamous played it. You know, a bit
Fast.
again. You know, not as clean as maybe they would hope, but the main thing, it's similar to Mineski, where they looked like a squad. They were a team of 5.
Yes.
They just sort of shook off any kind of mistake or miscue and just continued to play some solid dotes, land their spells, find kills. A lot of he didn't have the best offensive performance, but Chris Luck with some defensive toss outs,
Yeah, saving
did
his
pull
team.
a few Aragorns here
He
and
did.
there.
I mean, saved Whisper when we thought he was for sure dead a
Yeah.
couple times. But we are going to have to take a short break. When we get back, the last game of the night on this stream, Infamous versus Fnatic. They are now tied in points. Winner of this will be in that 4th place, in that last spot of the upper bracket after day 2. We still got 2 more days. But, I mean, I'm sure people are like, Infamous, they look like the real deal.
They are.
So stick around. When we get back, Fnatic versus Infamous, game number 2. We'll see you soon. Hello and welcome back as we come to the end of tonight on this stream. Just kidding, let's get some hype. It is Infamous versus Fnatic, and guess what? We should just hop right into it because guess what? We've already got a draft going, and it is going to be Fnatic on the Radiant, the exact same opening they did last time. Meanwhile, we see a tiny ban, so Infamous, they're going to open up with a first pick Nyx, and guess what? We'll take this enchant. Whisper can play it, our Stinger can play it. It's a good hero.
Oh, yeah.
Let's take it.
Definitely encourages the run around as 4 for the first 20 minutes of the game, no matter what role it is. So clearly last game, I was skeptical. I think what Infamous is what's so cool for them is nobody else does it. Like, they just do their own damn thing, and it's working for them. They completely play around the way Hector likes to play Dota, and the fact is, if it's winning you games at TI, it's clearly a very good way to play Dota. I mean, at least if you're good at it. Yeah.
So why do you ban the Tiny here? He was the lowest level. He was, 2, 7, and 9, but something stood out to him.
It enables the run around as 5 or 4. I'm telling you, you just got, the weird thing about Nyx for me is when they nerfed his level 1 ultimate, the cooldown on it is just a little too long to, consistently be playing on the map.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious to see how that plays into this Infamous game plan.
Yep, we saw him actually. Fnatic first banned it, so Infamous, they love playing it, but they let it through this time. So, as you said, I'm curious.
Their 4 heroes were Lesh, Enchantress, Tiny. What was the fourth hero that runs around? The point being, none of them Wind Ranger. None of those have long cooldowns.
Yeah.
They literally just have spammable nukes that, participate in fights with those.
Whenever you
It's
want.
funny because they won the game. I was harping on how they didn't have team fight.
Yeah.
We were talking about how they're on the clock, and they won the game executing their draft, which was not in a team fight. Just oh, you're dead. Okay, now you're dead. Oh, buyback, you're dead. Oh, hey.
Wraith King has 35,000 net worth. You're dead.
Yeah. Dude, that was quite the game. Definitely go back if you're just tuning in. Go back, watch game number 1. It was. I don't want to say clean. It was actually a pretty nice game. But if you want to watch a Wraith King play Dota, which I guess there's a couple of you out there, that's the game.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, there's a lot of people, including myself, that enjoy just watching efficient farming.
Dude, 930 GPM on a Wraith King. It is insane. It's very, very good.
And the funny thing is, I was kind of almost flaming, but critiquing the fact that Leshrac couldn't play the map.
Yeah.
I almost guarantee when this team started that he tried to play the map.
Yeah.
And then he realized that he can't, with a player like Hector, you actually just can't. You just have to let him take the entire map. So
just win it for us, and he did. So
I mean, you have to believe, right? If that's how he plays, you have to believe in the play style of your teammates, and buying into the fact that they had to walk around as 4. That it is a team effort, despite the fact that you see all the net worth on one guy. So that's pretty cool. They do ban the Alchemist and the Wraith King, kind of the 2 I would say most notable phase Midas. Or
Lifestealer.
phase Radiance.
Yeah. I also want to make the point. I was so sick of reading about every time a South American team lost in the majors. People are like, oh, they don't need the slot.
Yeah.
Oh, what's going on here? It is so difficult to come into a major. Every single team, who are they playing against? First round. That's right. Team Secret, Virtus Pro, LGD. No shit, you're going to lose. And then they're in a position, they're playing another all-star team, and they're in a BO1 elimination.
That's right.
In this format, round robin.
9 teams.
16 games per team in this group stage. You can learn, you can experiment, and you can play with a lot more confidence because you're not coming in okay, think about how varied and diverse each player's individual hero pool is, and then think, all right, we got 2 games. What are we doing? Yep. It's pressure filled, whereas when you have all these, it's nice.
The fact is, with Dota, you don't learn to get better if you're not playing as good players. So if you say the argument is they don't deserve the slot, how in the hell are they ever going to get the slot? Yeah. You know what I mean? You only get it by being pounded on by these teams for 2 years in a row. Finally, after 2 years, I'd say this is the first time, with all due respect, that they that a South America team is showing up in the group stage and being a contender. Yeah, a legit contender.
They've had time. They didn't make any roster changes since I believe their formation, a month or 2 before the minor in Kiev.
Yeah.
And they eliminated eHome. Then they went back and they boot camped. They won the qualifier with ease. They boot camped some more. I honestly think that we probably shouldn't be so surprised. And again, I point to these power rankings, you know, all these superstar analysts evaluating the tournament. They're like, let me think. Okay, Infamous will be last. Mineski will do bad. Newbie will do bad. Navi will do. It's like, oh yeah, wow, guys, the qualifier teams. Yeah, they're going to be the weak ones. Real smart analysis there. And then they sleep on OG and LGD.
Is this not the most beautiful Slark game in history? Does Hector play Slark?
Oh, yeah. He absolutely does.
Is this not like the best Slark game?
It's pretty good. It's all right.
If it's a, I mean, they might just pick Lifestealer because that's like what he plays. That is a good pick as well. I just think, unless he plays it from the mid lane, I can't imagine anybody else playing the one position based on the one game I've seen so far.
TA Lifestealer Slark, I think, are your options.
Okay. As like the primary carry of this game. They do just go I mean, like, that's like the Hector hero, right?
Like the Elk and Wraith King band.
If you're going to play like 3 heroes at a whole nother level than any other hero in the game, even if it's not the perfect pick for the game, it's not a bad Lifestealer game. Lifestealer's not terrible versus Sven. He's going to go Radiance, then he's going to go Halberd, and then he's going to go like AC and then Silver Edge, and that's going to be what you get from Hector. Yep. But he does it to perfection, so that I like it. Stick to your guns.
Yep. You always want that beefy carry whenever you're running an Edge Grimstroke as well. It's also an excellent laning partner for the Grimstroke, of course, because you just ink swell him.
So this is almost certainly an Enchantress core this time around.
Yeah,
right?
It looks like the Schofield Nyx.
Yep. It's one of his best heroes.
Yeah, it is. And then the enchant. I love watching Whisper. Like you saw how much the Impetuses did that game, and that was not core, right? It was a Glimmer Cape, like brown boots enchant, still just pumping out damage to these BKB targets. You actually get some items on this hero. You do a lot of damage.
I did the search between games, Grant. I just want to let you know the proper plural form of Impetus is Impetai.
Is it really?
Right.
So
they're gonna
when
you're throwing out some Impetai.
Yeah, there you go.
I think if you're Infamous, you got to be banning like TA and picking Lina or something similar. You know, you won't be able to see your mid matchup. You can assume Abed's going to be ready for the counter pick. A Meepo ban might be necessary as well. Actually, looking at this lineup, in fact, even a Broodmother would be very difficult to deal with for
They do have a lot of cheese heroes, like you said.
A lot of them.
That's Abed.
That
it's just Abed.
Are not accounted for. Meaning, like if you have some hero like an Axe, like you don't have to necessarily worry all that much about a Brood. Okay, so they ban the Brood. That's the one they don't want to deal with.
They're getting meepoed. Oh,
they're
so getting meepoed.
Oh, they did
they're
this.
So getting meepoed.
They did this yesterday as well, where it was the Chris Lux Slark who went 18-1-1. Like or was that today? Was that earlier today?
18-1-1.
Yes.
Like he had 18 kills, 1 assist.
Yes, and 1 death.
That's my kind of man.
I think he died one more time at the end, but that's like when I saw his score, I was like, whoa, that's pretty good. That was today, actually.
Well, I said this was like the best Slark game in history, so they're gonna, I guess, put it mid. That's fine.
So dude, I feel like Meepo would get kind of dumpstered by Slark middle, right?
I feel like Slark would freefarm the mid lane, but does that mean you like
the game still? I feel Meepo's really good.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
I just look at the Fnatic lineup, and to your point, like these two cores have free games. So Fnatic, you need to last pick something that has something
dope.
Like that just kind of wins.
Do you still pick OD?
No.
Because of the Nyx? No, you don't pick it. No. Okay. I'm just saying against mid Slark seems pretty nice, and you have like the ogre buff up and everything.
See, you can't. What's the win condition? I can't think of anything but Meepo as a win condition.
Especially when you think of Fnatic, because it's just Abed. You're like, this is a good Meepo game.
And there's a Nyx that denies like half of his hero pool, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw LGD. This was like a year and a half ago, just straight up last pick Storm and a Nyx, and it like won them the game anyways. I'm just saying like
it's a solid pick if not for Nyx, but I agree with you.
I'm just saying that like there are heroes that even if Nyx is really good against them, sometimes you just have to pick them, even though you don't necessarily love it. I mean, is there a hero that...
It is the Meepo. We figured, we discussed, but this looked like the overall best pick, and we called it. It's the middle Slark. And okay, I'm looking at these drafts. Who do you guys actually favor? It looks like Infamous is doing their normal stuff, and it's a Meepo on the other side.
There's nothing to break down. How does the Meepo's game go?
Yep. How does mid lane happen?
Yeah. I think mid, to your point, Slark will free farm. He'll probably slightly win the lane, but then Abed just goes woods. So
yeah, that's the thing is like how quickly does this Meepo's timing hit? And if that timing, like Roche and everything, is before the Radiance comes out from the Lifestealer, he's like 100% going Radiance, right? Like he doesn't play the other type of Lifestealer.
I mean, I'm sure
That
he
you want to
does,
stop
but
it.
I don't think
Yeah,
he
yeah.
does. Yeah. And so who? I mean, right? This Meepo is going to be in his jungle quite a bit. You do have a Nyx assassin. Who wants to play with him? Is it the Slark? Like, because obviously the Nyx can't solo kill.
It is
I think the
Slark.
Ench, right? Like the ideal game for Infamous is they take top tower early, maybe like 5-minute catapult wave, and then Nyx can just sort of cover the Ench, who shoves top and then looks to invade jungle. I'll be honest, I'm gonna lean Infamous just because I think that you're trying to play a passive team fight based lineup against Slayers. Bloodthirsty Barracudas, and I don't know if that's the sort of mindset I want playing against Infamous right now.
I can get behind Infamous's draft the way they played last game. You know, I said last game I didn't really love their draft, but I saw like that unpredictability factor where they're a team with their own unique play style. They can make it work because they know how to make that type of style work. And this looks pretty much like the same cookie cutter style they had last game in regards to like it just looks like the exact same formula. And they clearly showed at the highest level of TI they can execute to perfection that lineup.
And not just that, hey, yo, Hector, you play like that.
17-3 Lifesteal in the last 20 matches.
You can say, I think, if you can play like that at TI, I know it's just group stage, but you're world class.
Yeah, absolutely. And like at this point, if you're only playing 3 heroes, everyone that you're playing against knows what's coming. Like last year when OG was picking Spectre PL, everyone knew what was coming, and they still lost to it.
Yeah, exactly.
And that means you must be pretty damn good at playing it. That's the reality.
All right, we see that Slark is going to be middle. See if there's going to be any level 1 engagements. Doesn't quite look like it. Boots first on the Nyx.
Yeah. He's expecting a tri-lane, and he wants to ensure that he's able to pull creeps.
And he is correct, at least for now. There are 3 heroes bottom. Warlock, Mirana, as well as Jabs. So you got the double stun still. Meanwhile, top lane, it is just the Ice Ogre, and he's got double shared tangos. Going back to the build we've been more used to seeing, Stout Shield, Orb of Venom, set of tangos.
I will say, they 9th pick Slark, and they are against a melee mid. Like, that just feels kind of good, I would say.
Yeah.
I agree, but I think Meepo is a great matchup within the game against Slark.
Yeah, it's definitely not. It's definitely not like I love playing Slark against Meepo.
But at the same time, if Infamous get a little ahead, you hunt Meepo very effectively throughout the game. I think you still go that same build though, like I think Wraith Bands and Phase Boots, maybe a Midas, maybe just Rush Diffusal.
I would love to see, like, not the Midas.
Oh, the stun fight. Schofield ends up winning it. Jabs is going to throw out a stun now. Schofield in a lot of bombs, and he's going to go down. Nice arrow comes out, and DJ actually, I think
Jabs tried to get it.
Dude, he did. He was like, all right, this is mine. Jabs hits him with a tip.
And he gives him the tip.
He's tilted.
He is.
Not
He's
really.
done. He's already done. I'd be breaking my items right now.
Yeah. PSJ's already down middle.
Yep.
Chris Luck's like, what's happening?
Dude, Jab,
I didn't mean to attack him, man.
there's no way Jabs would ever be sad during this TI. He went from playing 5 position on a team that wasn't doing well to playing carry at TI.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the dream. Rags to riches right there.
It is.
Usually it's the other way around. Once you go support, psh,
Dude, look at this middle. He's actually just can't even leave his hill. I miss a okay, that's definitely on me. It will be a, guess what? Arrow plus a stun. Simple as that. Hector will be up here.
I'm just watching the Slark free farm.
Okay, yeah, you keep me up to
Yeah,
date on that. Tell me
I'll
how
let you know.
good it is. Tell me when Meepo gets his 5 CS.
Yeah, the fact is, like, both heroes don't shut each other down, but Slark, like, the fact that you can have a Slark getting solo levels and all the creeps is pretty nice.
and Slark, his W prevents the Meepo poof, right?
It does indeed, yes.
It's pretty good.
Jams will be farming. It will be currently the Sven with 5-3 Enchantress. Not doing too much to the Sven right now, even with that Blightstone. Well, they do get the pull off. Dubu
Wait,
finds it.
Abed dropped his tango on the ground, and he stole it. Yeah, Chris
he
Luck.
definitely did.
Chris Luck has Dubu's tango.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go.
That's
I don't know what happened there. I was like, why is there a tango on the ground?
Oh, top lane. Once again, they're going in. Hector taking a ton of damage. Ice is going to throw the stun. Grimstroke gets arrowed again, and it looks like Stinger, one more right click. Will it do it? No, has the stick. is going to salve up as well, throws out the nuke. Ice 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 takes a lot of damage, and here we go, actually going to throw up the Inkswell. That'll stun Ice Ice Ice. Will he be able to bring down this kill? Hector's going for it. Stinger has another stroke of fate very shortly. There's going to be the kill on Ice Ice Ice. Stinger will end up going down, and they're just going to trade. All right. And now there's a big creep wave bottom, by the way.
Chris
Whisper.
Luck almost goes down mid, by the way. The DD rune poof in from Abed.
All right, and now he's running all the way back now. He's bringing a salve. All right. 13-2 versus 14-0, and guess what? Meepo's already taking the lead in CS now.
Yeah,
I guess
I
it feels
wasn't sure.
scary. You just get poofed on, right? And you lose half your HP.
Yeah, once you get level 3 on Meepo, you just out-trade the Slark, I think. I'm surprised he went for the second point in Essence Shift. I feel like you're both just going to be jungling and trading, and I would have rather just maximized the Dark Pact, I think. Because, like, you want it against a melee hero, right? But if Meepo's not in lane half the time, it just goes down in value.
DJ has 3 leaps, and we'll just hop on away. 3-1 currentently for Fnatic. And they struggled to find kills early last game until they got the arrow combos going. Chrysler still trying to farm. A lot of kill potential in both the side lanes. They'll just be dancing away, and there we go. There's going to be a stun. There's going to be the arrow. Ice 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 is going to get stunned up, it looks like, by this Inkswell. Will hit him barely. Throws out the stroke of fate still here. Hector needs one more attack. No, needs 2.
The
Gets
bottle.
the stun off now. Oh my goodness, DJ, as you said, double bottle used on Ice Ice Ice. Hector still trying to just hit him up.
He's in trouble. I think Hector's in trouble now.
Yeah, he has no points on Rage. Too many creeps, I think.
Yeah.
And now we got a lot of pings coming out over here. Whisper, he's going to take over that Harpy Storm, a Crafter. One of the most annoying creeps to deal with. Bob. What is the most annoying creep? Say you're this Sven. Is this the most annoying creep that could come to
Yes.
your lane right now?
Definitely.
Eh,
Maybe Mana Burn, but
I'd say the healthy regen one. The Satyr.
Just, nothing you
Yeah.
do really makes a
Yeah,
difference.
like you just can't win the harass battle. The nuke's actually like 120 damage.
I'm surprised Dubu placed that ward without blocking the hard camp with it.
Yeah, that is pretty interesting. Usually against Enchantress in the old Chin, you'd always block the camp.
Well, as you said, the Meepo just in the jungle, farming it up pretty easily. Chris Luck has that early chainmail, trying to tank up a little bit.
3 points in Essence Shift, though.
I don't like that. I'm curious about that.
It's going to significantly slow down his ability to farm the map.
And look at that double fortify.
You want to be able to just shove lane.
Yeah,
it's
that's what
empty, but
yep. It helps you actually rotate to be able to shove it. So,
And
it's
what
interesting.
we saw DJ top with the bottle. He just comes back and just fully heals Ice Ice Ice, mana and HP. This lane's feeling a little bit scary now. It is going to be 2-for-2 rune exchange. Looks like, and it will be. Tread's picked up on the Meepo now.
He also has the Satyr bottom for the Enchantress. I do like Sven against Enchantress in lane and in game. It's like a decent matchup. You end up buying BKB and like 2-shotting her, and in lane you have pretty decent like damage and sustain.
Doesn't have already used the open wounds, and it will just be a TP to the shrine. Solo pop it.
I will say he's a hero that naturally rotates out of his lane at level like while the Enchantress hits 6, but in this game you have the Meepo. So kind of curious to see how like the two heroes collide potentially in their farming. If they like get sandwiched, if the Enchantress ends up bullying this Finn away, he doesn't necessarily have like the natural ability to just free farm the jungle. Is he gonna get this Satyr? Oh, did not. Nice.
My bad. Well, over here, looks like Schofield. He was trying to roam around. Does pop his Carapace, but he waits for it. Schofield, he's juking and jiving in these trees. He actually avoids it, wasting a lot of Abed's time here. Has net up in 2 seconds, and he will go down.
too much move speed on the Meepo.
386. We'll just poof on over. Hello. Been farming this camp for a while now. DJ finds the regen rune. Creep will tank it up, so the siege unit will live. So where's the movement gonna be this game? It feels like both middle heroes are fine just farming. Or is this just gonna be?
Shift. Wow.
Yeah. Is this just gonna be just 2-on-2 lanes for almost like 10 minutes, or?
Very passive heroes on Infamous in terms of like he maxed Essence Shift, so I don't feel like he's going anywhere. I don't actually know what that means. Is he going somewhere? Because like that's usually like a dominate lane thing, but you don't have a laning opponent, and Pact is to farm, and I don't know. I'm actually confused. Let's see how this plays out.
Well, there's a rotation already. It's actually jabs. Oh, and Hector hit him with the juke. He's going to run the other way. And now they're actually going to try to turn around themselves. Guess what? Chris Luck's here, and he's got that Essence shift. He's going to run after this Sven. It's the counter rotation. Do we have an open wounds? Do we have anything to slow? Not quite. He's going to be bloodlusted. Lead there as well. Dubu will go down. Ice, ice, ice. He might get run down as well. The Dark Pack's only level 1. They do pick up the kill. And now's a kill bottom. He is Whisper. Gets the solo kill bottom, and he's just pushing a tower.
Talk about, we talk about not necessarily understanding this build, but all of a sudden you've got an 11 stack Slark for the next 2 minutes. Almost 2 minutes there.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that 20-second nerf is kind of impactful, but we'll see how it plays out. He does have the full wand. He's clearly looking to fight. I like the phase drums. I personally love this build.
My bad. Sorry about that, guys.
Sneaks up. Oh, no, he TB'd bottom. I was about to say, he was jungling on the Dire side, naturally knowing that the Slark's going to try to play aggressively. He just farms the other team's side of the map and then TP's bottom. The poof damage quite significant against Enchantress, who went for the Glove of Haste. I see a lot of Enchantresses will go like Bracer, or even like the Belt of Strength component first of the treads, but he went for the Glove of Haste when he died, so that might have had a big impact on why he died there.
Does have full treads now. Are going to be TPing bottom. How do you fight this Meepo in the jungle, or do you just kind of let him get away with what he's doing? You have to?
You have to let him go until you actually have the tools to hunt, and I believe Nyx level 6 is your big window. Lifestealer Infest, find him, Slark comes to connect.
Well, Chris Luck, he's going to be continuing to steal this agility. Let's be a little careful. Obviously has the ulti, so not too scared. Here comes a TP in, though. There's going to be a stun.
He's actually just dead. I was wondering, I'm like... Ice like pump faked him, but even if he packs it, if it's a multicast, that's so much damage. Like, it just kills you. Like, what is he doing?
One hit too many.
Yeah. A little too cocky right there. Well, elsewhere, tower didn't take too much damage bottom, actually, even after that kill. Dubu just trying to hold it. And over on this side, Jabs, he's just stuck in this jungle already, not having the best time, but at least there's some stacks here for him.
Now that I thought about it with Abed, like, jungling in the enemy jungle, it's even better because of the fact that Sven takes your own. So I like that he did that. It's really important that he leaves space on the map for his Sven to get some net worth accrued.
Shadows are going to be taking us. Is it just Dubu trying to get out of here? Go for the deny, possibly? Schofield's here. Get scared of Schofield.
Yep, it's doing down.
Whisper picks it up. They actually scanned, and Dubu wasn't quite there. Meanwhile, guess what? Stinger might get solo killed by DJ right here. Is going to throw up the Inkswell. Will it go off before he dies? It will. The stun's there, and guess what? That's going to be +1 on the agility. And that's a lot of gold. That's 349 for Schofield.
Not bad.
And the stacks go to Slark instead.
Yep. Feels nice. Oh, never mind. Grimstroke takes 2 of the creeps right there.
I'd be pinging him right now.
I need boots,
it's fine.
please.
He's trying to get the stack, guys. Come on. He gets an extra spawn now.
He deserves it. Yep, there you go.
Fine. He's not pinged anymore.
That's what we call good support play, BSJ.
I would have instantly pinged him and then realized, oh, okay, that makes sense. And then
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Your first thought is, what is my support doing?
Yeah, my farm. They have Atos being queued up on Whisper again. Is that just how he plays?
Yeah.
Atos every hero? It does prevent the poov, as you mentioned.
Yep.
So they do have very little setup.
Infamous is in a great spot right now. Like, the thing about Meepo, yeah, sure, he wins this game for Fnatic if he's far enough ahead. But to get there, it's real difficult. And he's even, right? And they're never at a point.
Oh, sorry, go to net worth.
Like, you don't have an advantage as far as, like, map control goes because Infamous have such an aggro lineup once they hit like the 15-minute mark, because you're gonna have Slark around the map, Nyx around the map, Lifestealer. If he's not showing, he could be inside somebody.
Well, Schofield, he's coming in. Whoa, there's gonna be a stun coming out, and guess who else is here? It's Whisper.
Dude. Oh, and I forgot, we have picked Sven into Ench. That is...
It's rough.
I know you can kill the Ench, BSJ, but no matter what you buy, he's going to be impetusing you from far away through BKB damage as well.
It's really bad early. As the game goes on, it's not too bad, but right now it's really bad.
All right, he got the casual belt of strength this game, by the way, on the Lifestealer. Arrow.
Yeah, he's going Halberd this game. Last game he didn't go Halberd. That's why he didn't get it, right?
Yep.
Makes sense, Grant.
Could. Yep. All right, let's see the Midas on him, though. This is the important one.
Oh,
got
before
it off
the stun.
Before, yep.
Oh.
It's the big play there.
That's even next level efficiency, Grant.
Yep. And well, they need to defend this middle tower. There's a drum on the Slark, by the way, now.
And by the way, that tower still alive and easy to defend. Why? That's right, catapult control. Marana with the arrow.
And then Bloodlust on the tower too. Nice to have DJ.
No Midas on Ogre being queued up this game. He has Soaring going Vlads, knowing that I guess it doesn't matter what net worth he's accrued in this game. He just needs to support the Meepo as much as possible. Be this barrier in front of the tower as well. Does purge the Bloodlust.
Yep.
And they also, I guess they have a Sven, but he's not really your win condition. I was going to say, like, Meepo's not exactly a bloodlusted hero. I guess you can multicast and get all the Meepos. That is a thing.
Radiance get a scan. Won't hit anyone. Stinger was very close to it, but didn't hit. And whoa, Chris Luck will leap on down. See ya.
I feel pretty good playing Slark this game just because I can not have to focus as much on my own farm and go these mid-game fighting items, kind of like mid-1 does on Slark, while my carry hits creeps.
Yeah, that's a good point. And he's still very farmed.
Yeah, he is. I'm just saying that, like, you can prioritize doing what he did there where he jacked one camp, right? He stole one camp away, or, like, even one creep. He's the one taking the dangerous area, playing aggressively on the map.
Yep.
And you don't have to worry about efficiency is what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's similar in the way we saw the
Bottom lane, he just goes down Stinger, single solo
the
kill.
Midas pick up on the Slark in the previous series was nice because he wanted to ensure he could scale, but wanted to be able to play more passively and honestly more scared. Whereas this game, hold up.
Whoa, that's a rock. Chris Luck doesn't even get a hit by it. He's just going to right-click. Whisper is going to be completely okay. Yeah, they're both just okay, and we've seen a couple of suspect golems the last couple games. They're going to go for Enchanters again, but guess what? It's full level 4 heal. They're going to be a stun. They're just going to bring it down. That's a lot of gold. Uphill.
Oh, come on.
I like it, too, because it's weird, because, right, he was actually on his hill, and I thought they fixed that.
Well,
but
yeah,
I
I thought so, too, because it used to be that it would register the hit from wherever you were when it landed,
I thought
right? But it's something weird about how if you attack from low ground and go high ground, it doesn't matter.
All right,
E-Blade, by the way.
Yes, the E-Blade's here. Double Wraith ban. So what's the plan now? Just is he still going to just farm and occasionally get kills if people are there?
Different Meepos play in obviously unique ways, but Abed specifically has always been a farm-first style.
Yeah.
And he'll look to get aggressive, 15, 20 minutes. And even then, he'll still be focused primarily on increasing his own net worth. But I think you got to be a little cautious. To your point, BSJ, Hector's closing in on this Radiance, and he's not contested whatsoever. Like, I don't know if you win this game by just farming as Fnatic.
I believe Lifestealer hard outskills Meepo here, and the Sven, just because the Sven's not going to have the normal net worth of a Sven based on the fact that he has a Meepo, right? Like, Meepo's going to take the farm of Sven. Like, you watch this game, why does Sven 5th on the net worth? Because he has a Meepo. Okay, so
they're getting the mid tower finally.
I will say Nyx is also super annoying for Meepo. Like, you have the Carapace when they poof in, and you also have the AoE Impale. So you have a lot of AoE lockdown on one hero. And you're also a hero that until Meepo has sheep, you can't kill him, at least fast, in the middle of a fight.
Well, it is a tower for a tower, middle for top tower.
And he's going the build you wanted on Slark, the phase drums defusal.
Yep.
Oh, and guess what? Oh, they know something's up.
I love these type of Slark games. I love the games where I know if I just walk around the map, it's like a good thing.
Yeah.
I like playing Slark like this. It's like... You can go Midas. It's just not my playstyle. Like I prefer to do what he's doing here.
You
just do shit.
Somebody on your team's got to be a runner. That's another thing I'm learning as these games go on. The days of TI stack up. Like I see these drafts sometimes where the whole team is just kind of camping a different lane. Like just look at this. This is what I love to see. Schofield, Chris Luck. They're just like, anybody here? Nope. Let's go check the other side.
Whisper as well. Yeah, they're like, if
Hide
we
and
run into
seek.
someone.
Meanwhile, Hector's gonna farm this creep wave bottom.
Thanks, BSJ.
Yep, I'm just saying, like, that's the plan, right? That's what you're doing it for. You're allowing him to safely farm
It's
this
just so
area.
funny you said it. I thought you were just, like, literally watching him farm. Like, he's going to farm.
Oh, meanwhile, he
checking
gets
in
the
on
farm.
the carry, guys.
Oh, middle. They're going to find Ice Ice Ice.
Pounce.
Oh, the Pounce will barely hit him, but guess what? Barely is good enough. Ice 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 is going to give away that one agility. Abed, though, gets the kill on Scoville on the backside. They will link them together. It is going to be another ultimate. Stinger's there. Whisper as well, taking some damage. Running away, getting healed up, but should be enough to get the kill. Stinger goes down. So does Whisper, and that's the Meepo for you. Meepo plus Rock.
Checking in on Lifestealer here. Has the Relic.
Okay.
Blink Dagger picked up.
Ooh,
Roshan
Midas.
is an objective.
Yo, what? Midas?
Midas.
Okay.
If he can get this
It's
Radiance...
for the gold. What a boss.
Yeah, it
Look
is.
at that.
If he can get this Radiance before the Roche, it's a huge deal.
Yeah, I was going to say, that is the big timing. Fnatic want to get the Roche on the Meepo because then he can farm, like, twice as aggressively and look to hunt heroes. The problem with playing Meepo without Aegis is that while you want to, like, find these kills, you have to play so much more conservatively against heroes like Nyx. Aegis means
Schofield.
you're going to find 3 kills no matter what.
Goodbye. Maybe not. Maybe yes. There's still one there, and yep, we'll just leap forward. Buy some time, clears out a creep wave, Whisper gets here.
Nice. I love this from DJ. You can talk about it though, BSJ.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
I just think like anytime you have a Meepo, build Pipe, build Crimson,
Yep.
build Greaves, build Vlads,
Yep.
any item that buffs up your Meepo, and that's exactly what he's doing here with the mech on the Mirana first item. You have the Vlads on Ogre, I believe, and we have
nice
another. Oh, nope.
Whoa.
Whisper is going to be safe.
Uh-oh, Ice might not be as safe.
immediate
Purge.
Will they be able to bring him down? Yep, because Pounce does keep cancel TPs now. Ice will get right click down. That's 4 permanent agility now for Chris Luck.
Meanwhile, Hector's hitting some neutrals.
Let's go check it out. We're going to go to Hector Cam, and he is very close to that Radiance, only about 100 away
Dude,
after this camp.
At some point, I hope production gets to the point where we can be like, and let's check in with BSJ on carry watch. And it's just like superimposed BSJ's face on the screen. He's like, well, guys,
over
he's
Hector,
this
yeah.
close to Radiance. In fact, it's going to be coming out in just that last hit right there. Here it comes. And it's on the courier, boys and girls. It's time to get ready to rock and roll. Back to you, Grant.
Thank you very much, BSJ and Kyle Cam. When did he get the Wraith King?
The Radiance
The
on
same
Wraith
way-
King was about 16 minutes.
Okay.
The Wraith King skeletons naturally
Yeah.
farm faster than
And he bought the Belt
Lifestealer.
of Strength,
Yeah.
which is 450 gold. So,
But if this is not, like, this is playing Infamous' strengths.
Yeah,
is
it
it
is.
not? Like, this is why I'm concerned for Fnatic. Because, yeah, I mean, it's Abed Meepo. I know pretty well how strong that is.
Yes.
But you're letting a team without much experience on their, like, most comfortable cores have absolute free farm.
how is Chris Luck doing right now? He is at 1.5k with the drums and the diffusal. Feeling pretty good about. What does he go after, BKB? Is there anything that stands out, BSJ, on this Slark?
Basher.
So he's
Basher
still
and
watching the
Blink.
Lifestealer. Grant.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
not ready for
I'm
that
watching the
question.
creeps. No, I think it's just like you just want to be a nuisance to the Sven. I would say to the Sven and the Meepo. Basher is your most nuisance item.
Really? Not Scotty? Just for, like, the raw HP?
I think it's just cheaper, is what I'm saying. Like
Sure.
you're not the one, so you're not getting all that much farm. Like if you have Midas, you'll naturally get there a lot quicker.
That's a good point.
I think
I
just
can
going
agree with
cheap
that.
and cost effective. Maybe even Blink. Like you go to Blink.
I
or-
like BKB into Blink
Yeah.
into Basher if you
Yeah.
want to go that route.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Oh, really? You can decide,
Ooh.
but BKB into Blink.
Here we go. No Moonlight Shadow quite yet, but they are smoked up. A possible arrow on Schofield. Let's see. Gonna throw it out. Whoa! Meepo will blink on forward with the poofs. Jabs is here as well, and see you later.
That's an ambitious invis.
It is, and oh, Chris Light, he's coming in now. There's going to be a God Strength pop. They're going to put two of them together. Rock does get dropped on the backside. They're just throwing some impetus out. Can Chris Luck get the kill? They're trying. Jabs goes down so quick. Hector's here. Guess what? He has the Radiance. He's going to hop inside. Now he's going to jump back out. Hello there, Abed. Will he be able to get the kill? They're scared to run uphill, and Abed, he's going to athlete himself. He's going to be fine. Hector goes down. Stinger goes down. And Fnatic, they win the fight.
It's a pretty big deal that Nyx is dead. Like when you're taking that fight, he is your primary source
Whoa.
of control for Meepo.
They want to fight. There's going to be a TB and Stinger. Can he find anyone? Doesn't look like it. A
The
wasted
Golem.
TP.
Or Golem. It does go down. 100 gold. Yep, easy.
Just a support buyback, not a huge deal. It is a shame they lost Hector there. Raged a bit prematurely, and you can see Chris Luck, he doesn't want to go toe-to-toe with the Sven just yet. He doesn't have the net worth when the ult is popped. But the Grimstroke Ink Spell is kind of that big equalizer where you just
Gotta
throw it
wait
on the
for it,
Slark and he
yeah.
can go in no problem.
The synergy here. The Slark is ulted, and the Lifestealer's finishing his rage,
Yeah.
and he infests the
Yeah.
Slark.
He should have stayed in it. Unfortunately, he came out with no rage right in the middle of a huge upheaval and just got crushed.
I think he's like, I got to get this kill on Meepo as quick
It
as
was
I
the
can.
nuke
and-
damage is what he was
yeah.
going for onto the Meepo, which
Yeah.
like makes sense, but obviously, yeah, it
Not
would have
just-
been a little bit better to just play it safe and stay inside till the rage was back up.
So is it just, you get a couple more kills like that, Fnatic will get Roshan, and then the game gets pretty hard for Infamous, right? If Meepo's allowed this Rosh.
Yeah.
I mean, even then, it's not game over, though,
Yeah.
right? It is what Fnatic needs to do, but it is not game over by any means. He is going Halberd on the Lifestealer like we talked about, and it's good against the Sven, but not that great against the Meepo. I think the Nyx is really the X factor against this Meepo. Like, if your Nyx is dead, your control for Meepo
Yeah.
is very limited,
Yeah.
and he dumps out damage, like, if he is not stunned.
I think the supports really, because Grimstroke is a pretty big deal as well. The Ink Swell allows the Slark to get in on top of the Meepo or the Sven with no fear. He doesn't have to pop his ultimate defensively.
Yeah.
And whoa, arrow's going to fly out, won't find Chris Luck quite yet. Schofield and Whisper here, looks like they just want to run away.
It's good presence of mind to be like, he wouldn't be running at me with a Mirana like this
No.
if there wasn't at least 3 or 4 heroes there.
Every time Mirana, you just see the 5th highest level, level 14, way ahead of everyone else, including Whisper, which we saw that last game as well. Just you are under-leveled on Infamous because of this playstyle.
I actually went for the 4-staff before completing the Greaves. I don't mind that, because against Slark, you're literal food if you don't have the 4-staff.
Double damage will get purged up by the Enchantress. There will be a Moonlight Shadow.
Yep.
They make it out. There's a Midas now coming out on Ogre in about 100,
Definitely
200
better
gold.
late than never. I mean, you have to buy the item.
Yeah.
It's literally
too
too
valuable.
good.
It pays for itself so quickly.
On this hero, yeah.
Seriously. I think as soon as you're level 12, it pays for itself if you assume like regular RNG in like 5 uses.
So let's see. It's like, okay.
BSJ is doing the math, everyone. Everyone, give him. Everyone be quiet.
It's
and give him a moment.
actually, yeah, it's about 2.5 times the effectiveness. Yeah, it's like 2.4 times the effectiveness of a normal Midas. So it's like pretty insane, actually, now that I think about it.
That is pretty good.
You also have a 90 GPM talent at level 10.
Yeah, you're,
You're going to see a lot of this hero at TI, folks.
Yep, you
think
already
about-
have.
yeah, you
At
think
the main
about-
stage, you are, yeah.
Alchemist being most contested here. Why? He turns creeps into more gold than anyone else can.
Yep.
Same deal with Ogre.
yeah, at the end of the day, the Ogre's getting that net worth without literally hitting anything. Like,
Yeah.
he's not actually getting last hits. He's just Midasing off cooldown.
Okay. BKB up on Sven now. So won't be taking that diffusal damage. And they're going in for the Roche right now, but it is pinged out. Everyone from the Dire
This is the
needs to
fight.
get here.
If Fnatic win a fight and get Meepo Aegis, they might just run away with it.
See, melee creep was trying to run inside. They see how strong Roche is. Still
They
very,
got it.
very
Slark
healthy.
Slark has
BKB.
BKB, yep.
Sorry, BSJ.
No, you're good. I was watching the Lifestealer and then managed to zone out or come out of my trance for a
Yep.
brief second here.
And there's, I mean, BSJ, you always bring this up. You like it. Slark always has a sentry ward in his
It
backpack.
is super important.
Who bought it, though?
Himself.
Stinger?
Okay.
No, it's himself.
That says Stinger on it.
Does it? Oh, mine. Why doesn't mine say that? Oh, now it does. It didn't,
What-
right?
what the
You
hell?
saw that. Everyone
What
saw that.
kind of
Whoa,
voodoo
we're
is that?
fighting.
Okay,
I don't know,
meanwhile-
Whisper. He is getting initiated on, and he's just going to go down. That is not good. They will link 2 together, but the bug's already killed. And oh my goodness, jabs are just going to rip them apart. Chris Luck, he will be able to make it out. They're going to dance on the backside, and it looks like all 3 are going to go down except for the 2 big cores on Infamous. And unless you got buybacks, this is a free Roche,
yeah.
and guess what? Grimstroke,
Yeah.
that's technically a dieback.
This is the timing for Fnatic. Not the Meepo necessarily, but the Sven BKB. Love the build. Midas, Echo, BKB. Just run at them. And now all of a sudden, Infamous, where's your BKB piercing anything?
Now
Oh,
you
can
may
do some damage,
they may
perhaps,
have
but
taken
no disable.
Roche, but I just watched Hector farm in the entire triangle.
So they're good.
Wow.
Yeah,
I don't know about that Lincoln's purchase, though.
I'm
What
not
is
a
that
huge
going
fan
to
of
do?
this. Yeah, I'm not
I
a
don't know
fan.
what you're supposed to get, but
I mean, AC seems like the natural purchase.
Ooh, down here it is going to be Hector just right-clicking both of them. He does actually scoop up the bounty rune. Could be in a little bit of trouble now. Multicast going to
No
go out. Same with
infest,
the
'cause
stun.
he's on
Here
Ancients.
comes the net. And oh my goodness, there's going to be a lot
Oh,
of damage
BKB.
going to this Sven. Abed is going to poof on in. Hector's going to try to turn it. Jabs is just going to go
What?
down. Hector's going to continue to right-click. He's going in. But now he has to run away. He's trying to run to
2
Chris Luck,
seconds.
who's going to help him.
1 second on
The
Infest.
rage will be there, and he does have the infest now. Chris Luck, BKB, they're going to be able to bring him down. Can they get him? Abed at least once? No, guess what? They do because of that. They can purge it off with the enchant.
Infest.
And Hector, yep, he infest, gets a little bit of his HP back, and there's going to be the rage. Can they bring down this Meepo again? They're going to try to bring down Chris Luck. Nice 4-step away. They get a big 4-man stun. Will they be able to? Abed is dropping dangerously
Whisper's out of
low.
mana.
Stinger's trying to.
One more.
They don't have enough, and there it is. Chris Luck actually gets a kill. And guess what? He gets another one. It's going to be Dubu. Level
What?
19.
What?
What is going on?
6 kills? Did they even buy anybody back?
Nope.
No.
Man, that is so heads up, though. That fight, Infamous, they take an engagement into Aegis because Meepo was showing in another lane. They know Sven's BKB is on cooldown. Schofield straight up owning the fight. Like,
He literally
You can't
just
ask
ran
for
in and
more.
carapaced over and over again.
Dude, I love it. He just tries to F-Blade poof out, and then
Yeah.
Whisper just like, nope.
purges. He just
Yep.
immediately, like, he has been on point
He
with
has.
these purges.
There's been like 2 double damages. He just purged off
Yeah.
immediately. Bloodlust, everything. This is just.
You
this
can't-
is this 2?
What?
No, they have a tier 2 medal. This is just a full set of racks though. They are so farmed on the 2 cores.
What a dude, this TI has been nuts, man, already. Fnatic opens the tournament with a 2-0 over OG, or EG.
Yeah.
And now Infamous looks poised to do the exact same right back to Fnatic.
Yep. They've even taken a game of
They go
Vichi's.
into the upper bracket after day 2 if they win this match.
Yep. And they are poised to do so. 3K lead for them. And as you guys said, right, this Slark and this Lifestealer will outscale the Meepo, if not already.
And man,
They didn't have a rock there, to be fair.
That's why
that's
they
a
did
bad
that,
fight.
though.
Yeah.
That's why Infamous
that's
did
another,
that.
I really just...
There's the Basher, by the way, on Slark. He's flying it out.
Value illusion rune for Hector as well. That's like at least another 20 creeps.
I'm following this guy. Where is this illusion going? Wait, middle lane. I lied. I digress. All right, we're good.
Okay, one of them's going to mid. He's going to cut the wave, respawning, I assume. Oh, no, he's actually going for... No?
He is, but they see it.
Okay, he's getting the
Oh, no,
bottom
the
wave.
arrow. Oh, he dodges it. He's actually just microing it right now. They
Bottom
can't even
wave,
kill
though.
it.
Look at
Wow,
this
cut
juicy
bottom
cutting
wave.
wave. Oh.
What a player.
Mid wave. Move it. Move it.
The missed chance.
He's
They
not
actually have to
moving
run
it.
away.
Yeah.
Oh, there's going to be a net.
The creeps.
He
Okay,
gets
got
one.
He
got
got
one.
Nice, nice, nice.
And they smoke. Ooh, did they see? No, they didn't.
Meanwhile, he's going to get another creep wave bottom. No, wait, no, Abed's dealing with it. Damn it, Abed, you killing me.
And here we go. This is
Blink on
the
Sven.
smoke. You need something big here. Blink on Sven.
You need to
They
kill the
have
Nyx.
Dubu as well.
He took the open wounds lifesteal, by the way, on Lifestealer.
I've been seeing it a little bit more.
That kind of makes sense because you have the
Against
Meepo who
Meepo,
can't
yeah.
actually purge it. Yeah, okay, that's cool.
And it's not like you're really threatened by right-click damage too much in this game. You already have 2 sources of evasion as well. You don't want to stack too much. Diminishing
Oh,
returns.
they're going up top. There will be the kill on Whisper. Oh, Stinger with the Blink Dagger first.
Meanwhile, Ogre, though.
Is he going down? Sure looks like he is, and that's a +1 agility. Chris Luck
And-
now sitting at 9.
And he has
went to the
12
basher.
stacks
Oh,
from
got
yep.
Dubu. They need this. Oh, if he hits that, it's a guaranteed kill. But now
He has
he's going to
defusal.
juke around.
Basher.
Will he be able to get it? He gets the Basher hit. Give me that 10th agility. And they are just playing so
Yeah.
well right now.
This is what made me afraid from the draft. Like, Fnatic has a sick lineup, but they make that one mistake, and now all of a sudden Infamous, they're in the comfort zone. Super farmed and fat on both cores, top 2 in the net worth, and now they just hunt across the map.
Oh, nice arrow. Won't matter.
Nothing makes me feel better than watching a draft and being like, this is a good Slark game. And then they
And
pick
it's
Slark.
yeah, and it goes up, and it is a great one. So at this point, you're pretty much just you're a Fatal Bonds rock. You need to have a perfect team fight, or is that what Fnatic's banking on here?
Pretty much. But the problem is you have a lot of poke and prod, and you have the Slark hero that you have no instant disable until like a Sheepstick Meepo, which he's not
Oh
building.
my, he's getting the butterfly by the way on
You
Slark.
don't have Infamous like text muted or anything, do you, Grant?
Any what?
Any of the Infamous guys text muted?
No.
Wow, that respect. Here they are about to maybe close out a series. And traditionally, we'd see them playing with a lot more cockiness, a lot more all chat. They are here
All business,
solely
baby.
for business, indeed.
There's a couple $1 million on this tournament, Kyle. I don't know if you know.
Oh, Chris Luck
Sick. That's
makes it out.
very.
Ooh, nice.
There you
smoke.
go. There's the text lines.
I can't.
Well, to be fair, he did just dissipate like 4 spells. But
Yeah.
I'll give him that one. He can take it.
Yep. Double damage.
4
Oh,
bounty
man.
runes.
And a double damage rune. You're getting all 5 of these runes.
Take it, Stinger.
So for now, Lifestealer. He did get the Lincolns. I guess, is he just scared of the Sven burst?
He's
Is
actually
that
just
what it is?
unkillable. It's Sven, it's Ogre, it's Meepo Sheep eventually.
Yep.
You have the evasion.
They will not be able to initiate onto him, to be
Here we
honest.
go. They're going to throw it down. There's going to be an arrow, but it won't hit because he has the raids. They're just smoking on ice right now. On the backside, Stinger is going to be the first one to drop, though. Chris Luck already had to pop the ultimate. There goes the Ogre. Hector's going to jump back out. They're
Still
going to
got
look
BKB.
for Chris Luck, and he does have the BKB, as you said, getting close as well to the butterfly. Chris Luck, he's going to pop the BKB, and he's already throwing the Heaven's Halberd. Dubu's going to be the next one to fall. They actually get a
Abed.
bash on Abed. Will he go down? He's trying to poop, but he can't because he gets pounced on. He's going to go down. They're going to chase for more. Dubu's just going to get
this
right-clicked down. They still have the creep waves pushed in.
He's dancing on him.
Damn, he's actually going for the Radiance kill. There you go, Kyle. You said they're not doing anything
But
cocky.
they're doing it as they close out the game. It's acceptable,
It is.
all right.
Dude, I love, he actually danced to get the Radiance kill, and then he doesn't. He just right-clicks them. They get it, and they're gonna get another set of racks.
Look,
I like this. I don't think you end it.
I have a rule, all
can.
right? You can trash talk before or after you win, right?
Yeah.
It's just
Oh.
as satisfying either way. But it can only burn you if you trash talk and then lose.
Yes.
So, Infamous
What's he
certainly
flying out?
employing that strategy.
Ooh.
I just love how they're playing. And the Slark play in that last engagement was perfect. He used his ult early, BSJ, and then saved the BKB, bought so much time till Fnatic
And
had
can
to
still
turn around
fight
and
when he
commit,
comes
and
out
he
of his
still
ult.
had the full BKB.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And look at this, K1 gives a tip to Jet. There we go. Now we're getting them. We're getting some tips here. I will say, did you notice Chris Luck's only 2,000 net worth behind this,
Yeah,
this
that's
Lifestealer?
insane.
It's, as you guys said, it's mid 1-esque, right? Like, this guy's just roaming around most of the game, but he's still just playing so insanely well.
Yeah. I think the item build is perfect for what he did this game. Phase drums, diffusal, BKB basher. Like I think it's similar to I can't remember the game, but these lower cost items, right? They're way more gold efficient, they're less slot efficient, but because we have so many damn slots now in Dota, it's these heroes that get pretty much 6 slotted by like 25-30 minutes now. And they're just insanely powerful. Whereas other heroes like the Sven as an example still not quite there yet, not fully online.
This Meepo has actually gotten nothing in about the last 10 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Finished that IF Sky, he only has 2.5k. There's going to be a Moonlight Shadow, though. They had vision.
And this isn't a fluke either. Like, this isn't Infamous with some cheese picks or Alchemist strats. This is just them straight up going for the throat and finding it 2 games in a row.
Yep. You know they're going to pick this Lifestealer, this Alk, multiple times for Hector, but you can't stop it. Wraith King as well. That's the first Wraith King I believe we casted too, isn't it?
Yeah.
We have not seen much of it. And there's going to be a leap forward. He's actually just going for size. Chris Luck, he wants that agility, and there's going to be an upheaval. Very annoying. Hector needs to get out of there before his rage ends.
I think this Lifestealer versus Ogre matchup is worth a closer look as well.
Yeah.
Not just because of the laning phase.
It's the game. It's the game.
Later on, like the open wounds.
Plus the talent he has.
Yeah.
Because of it. Yeah.
It doesn't matter how low you are as Lifestealer. Like, you just open wounds the Ogre and hit him. I think Ice's item choice that might need a bit of a look as well, because he needed a Lotus Orb in this game or some sort of mobility item, but he's just so immobile with this like Vlad's Midas pipe. Like he gets targeted by Slug Lifestealer. They love punching bags effectively. They hit the pinata over and over. They just get stronger and stronger.
Yeah, I definitely have noticed that Lifestealer, it feels so good. Like, Ogre's actually just food for you in fights. Like, you're not even having to kill him. You just hit him for the sake of getting health. And most cores in Dota naturally build ways to purge open wounds over the course of the game. And none of the items Ogre wants to buy that are multi-castable,
Yeah, that's a good point.
purge it. So,
oh, there we go. Stun's going to go, but the Carapace immediately, they will force them away. But Whisper's going to start unloading him on the backside. Looks like they soulbind to him together. Here comes the Rock. This is their last chance. Stinger will be just getting annihilated by this tower, but Jabs, he's just running around the back. He's going to go down. This game's going to be over, it looks like. They're just trying. There's going to be the tower. Who else can they find? It's Dubu, Chris Luck. He wants more. The GGs are called, and wow, Infamous with a insane 2-0 over Fnatic, and this was Fnatic. They had the Abed Meepo, and it looked like he was going to start snowballing, and he was going to start going, and that one fight bought him, if you can rewatch.